guys? Welcome to episode 11 of the Long Island Diamond. I'm here with Andrew and Vinny again. And today was a very special day for New York Mets history. It's April 29th, 2022, and Edwin Diaz closed out a game to give the Mets a no-hitter. Vinny, how we feeling?
It was a great game too. It was a nail biter, especially at the end. Just a great game, and everybody showed up. All those arms showed up. I don't care if you got 2 outs or if you got 15 outs like McGill did, whatever. Everybody showed up, and that was great to see. I actually, believe it or not, don't think I watched Johan's no hitter. I was like probably 10 at the time when it happened, so I didn't really watch it. I was but yeah, what a fantastic piece of history to be a part of. Wonderful. Just and shout out to Drew Smith, man. He's been dealing 9 scoreless innings out of the bullpen so far, and tonight he really showed up. 1.1 scoreless. He had 3-2 on I think almost all batters he faced, and really came back and really showed up, man. Really did. So shout out to him. Great game.
Andrew, how you feeling?
I even as a Yankee fan, it was fun to watch. I mean, I wasn't like watching the game from beginning to end, but so obviously tonight was Yankees Royals, and it was the atrocity of the Apple TV broadcast. So I'm trying to. I don't have a TV in my dorm room, so I went to go to the lounge on campus to watch the game. There's 100 million TVs in the lounge, so I connect my phone to the TV, and the only Bluetooth that works on the lounge TV is music. So it registered my phone as playing music. So I could hear the game as if I'm listening to it on the radio, but I couldn't watch it. But I just didn't want to be bothered, because I was getting the alerts anyway, and and then as I'm looking at the MLB app to try and figure this out, I see that it was 5 no-hit innings, because I didn't see it wasn't at the no-hitter alert yet. I don't think that comes until after the 6th. But I just saw that it said 0 hits after 5. So I turned the Met game on, and I was hanging out with some people on the other side, but then every time the Mets pitching came on, I went over to the TV to watch. I didn't really care for the other half of the game, but
Yeah.
the last few innings back and forth. So I mean, it was fun to watch while I was paying attention to it. Yeah,
It was a great game. I didn't turn it on until the 7th, but I watched the second inning, not the first inning. I watched the second inning and then shut it off, started doing other things, and then came back for the 7th inning. And man, oh man, was that an amazing game to watch. I wish I was there. I honestly wish to God I was there. Do you guys, I assume Vinny does, and Andrew, I'm sure you do. You know what the 7-line army is, right?
Yeah, of course.
7-line army?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so the 7-line army is a group of Met fans, okay? And they're all part of this, group called the 7-line army. And they all buy games to go to, division, not division, rival games.
Home games, right?
No,
they do it as a group to get the group rate.
Yeah, and they go on the road too. They don't just do it at home. They were there for Bartolo Colon's home run. They were in San Diego for that. And then today, I don't think they were there, but there was a member, a big member of the 7-line army that was there, and he was wearing his black Mets jersey, and guess who was on it?
What?
Santana.
Dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's dope. That's crazy. Oh, that worked out. But yeah, those guys. I always wonder with those guys, those 7-line guys. Are they just one group? The same people go every time, or is there hundreds of them and they all go?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. They don't all go at the same time, but there's a bunch of them that go.
If they're maybe 300 guys and a third of them go on Tuesday and
I have no idea how it works.
If I had to guess, it's probably a large Facebook group, and it's okay, the leaders will be okay, this is the game we're doing, and then they figure out the group rate that they're going to get based on how many people in the Facebook group say they're going.
It's not a Facebook group. I know that.
What? It's not?
It's not a Facebook group.
Well, I'm not saying it is, but they probably have a Facebook group.
And I'm pretty sure it's a membership too. Something
okay.
I'm pretty sure you have to pay to be in it yearly or something, but I'm not exactly sure. So no
Well,
one.
that would kind of make sense. I mean, they have their own merchandise, and I mean, these guys have money. I mean, they go to games, they go to games like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They have money, these dudes. So I don't know how it works. That's what I think. These guys work. Do they go to every home game? Can they get off for 7 straight home games in a row and just go to the game? Do they not have jobs? I don't know.
Well, they don't go to every home game.
They go to.
They go to a lot. Yeah.
And they travel too. Those dudes travel.
Yeah. They go all across the country. Like I said, they were there for Bartolo Colon's home run. They're there.
That was in San Diego, right?
Yeah. They're there for every single Mets home playoff game.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, that there haven't been much of that, but they did it in 2015, 2016. And for you guys looking, I do have a Mets jersey on right now. It's Jacob deGrom. I'm wearing it in celebration of the no-hitter. Otherwise, I would probably be wearing my Chris Sale jersey right now.
Funny thing is, like, if I'm not trying to make light at deGrom's injury.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
If deGrom wasn't hurt, this no-hitter wouldn't have happened. So you're wearing the deGrom jersey in celebration of something that wouldn't have happened if he was playing.
It's like we're thanking him for,
Yeah.
Thank you, deGrom, for being injured. We told
as bad as that sounds, deGrom, we all love you.
Actually, Vinny's kind of despising you right now for being on the IL with all the money you took.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You missed half of last year. You threw like 5 or 6 innings this year, and all of a sudden you can't throw again. What?
Now, my one gripe with like what I saw from after the game, why was it was Diaz, everybody, like McGill pitched 5 innings, Diaz pitched 1. They're like, I'm surprised they didn't do I was surprised the first thing I didn't see was like the 5 pitchers like huddled together first in celebration.
Yeah.
And then all the interviews and talking was Diaz.
McGill did get drenched though. They got him good with the Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
They did get him really good. So they appreciated him, of course. And I guess Diaz struck out the side in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
That's big. That might be the only time he's ever struck out the side in his career as a Met.
Absolutely not true. He did it against the Pirates last year. I remember specifically.
Oh, the Pirates. I'm sorry.
But he did.
Well, the thing is, the fact that you can remember one specific time that it happened probably means it doesn't happen a lot.
Well, I don't remember.
Because I'm not going to say to myself, I remember when Chapman struck out the side, because it probably happened a million times that I've seen happen.
Well, he
so
could.
I'm not going to be like, I remember it against this one team on this day, so it happens.
But I remember the reason I remember it is because he just mowed them down like crazy. He didn't walk anybody and he didn't hit anybody, which is rare.
Vinny, out of that, that specific day, do you also remember what shirt you were wearing and the pants and?
It was that big of a deal.
It was. I think it was Saturday night, game 2 of a doubleheader. It was Saturday night, game 2 of a doubleheader. It was the day that I think Tyler Anderson hit the home run off of Walker or Stroman or one of them in the first game, and then the second game, when the Mets won, and Diaz came in and got the save and struck out the side.
Mom, good job for remembering that.
Thank you.
Now you sound like me with just this random story of facts that.
Andrew, quick story fact about sports.
Yeah.
I want to know
anything. What was the
Final Four?
What was the Yankees' 3rd World Series win?
1928.
Is that for fact?
Yeah, for a fact.
Okay.
Andrew, what grade was your great-grandfather in 1928?
Is that
I mean, my grandfather was the one who got into baseball first. He was a Mantle fan. So he grew up during the 50s and 60s, 60s dynasty.
Isn't that really crazy though? Like if you think back and you just take a look back into history, really, you had when the stock market crashed, right? In the late 1920s and everything like that, everything happened, and then World War II was getting ready to start. The Yankees were really out here winning World Series.
Well, actually,
Ted Williams is going out there fighting for the country.
Yeah. They did. Joe DiMaggio win.
Yeah.
And Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Ted Williams did it twice. He did World War II and Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Williams lost the beginning of his prime and the end of his prime.
The point
And he
is just
still had
that it was
amazing
just
career.
so long ago. It was just so long ago that like when those things were happening. I mean, when we were heading into World War One. I mean, when we were heading into World War One, we had all this crazy stuff going on in the country and all over the world, and there were really teams out here like playing baseball in the United States. Like that's crazy. This sport is old. I don't think about that often. I mean, baseball's been around. If you go on Baseball Reference, you got guys. Gary Cohen throws stats at me sometimes. He's talking about the 1880 something, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Seriously.
1876 is where Baseball Reference goes back to. Every
Oh, yeah.
single stat from 1876 you can find.
Mm-hmm. It's insane. It is insane. Baseball's America's pastime.
It's almost 150 years. Yeah.
That's it.
The first MLB season was 67, but they started keeping track of stats in 76.
145 years.
America's pastime. That's it.
Now a baseball history nerd like me, I want to know what happened in that 9-year stretch.
What did happen, Andrew? What?
I don't know. No one does. I'm pretty sure people do, but not they know general facts, but not exact stats of each player from every game from every season.
How many home runs did they hit?
Probably none.
Oh yeah, that's a trick question. It is none because home runs weren't allowed back then.
Oh yeah, well no, I think that was just Chicago. The center field was so far in that everything over the fence was a double. But that was only a few years.
No, there was a part of
do that nowadays.
There was a part of the MLB history where anything that was a home run was considered an out.
Legendary. They should do that nowadays.
No.
They should genuinely.
No.
They really should do that
Terrible
I'm all for it. I'm all for that. I'm all for it.
Terrible idea.
You hit the ball over the fence, it's an out.
Vinny, you realize Pete Alonso would become ass then, right?
Yeah, so would half of MLB. Really?
Alonso would be terrible. Well, speaking about, half of the MLB, I mean, this is a big story right now. Bauer has been suspended for 2 years. Not 20 games, not 60 games, not a full season. 2 years.
After being proven innocent, right?
There was never even a real court case against him. It got dropped as soon as the initial filings were done because there was just nothing there.
There was no evidence that he did anything criminal intent. The only evidence that there was that they did have rough sex. Only they know if it's consensual. But
no, it was in the text messages that from her to him that everything was fine.
That's insane. The only thing he did wrong, I mean, morally, was hit a woman. But in reality, if it's all consensual, you can't really do anything about it. It's different. He didn't walk up to her and she say, yes, you can hit me. And then he hits. It was all in their sexual activities.
And this is all going to really mess with his career, mess with his future, mess with his resume, and tarnish his legacy completely. The guy is going to have a hard time coming back from this. At least he's appealing the suspension.
He is. He appealed the suspension before MLB announced the suspension.
Absolutely.
Because obviously he gets told about the suspension right before it gets announced. And the story is the MLB PA, what's his name? Tony Clark? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Tony Clark told him that they're suspending him for 2 years. And Bauer said, appeal it. That's the only words he said to him, in that, phone call, was appeal it. That's it. And then he hung up, apparently. So, they got a sticky situation on their hands right now. And I'm not talking about spider tack.
I just don't understand it. I just don't get why.
You know what doesn't make any sense? Okay, Marcelo Zuna can have the police walk in and he's beating his wife, okay? And he's playing right now. Trevor Bauer has consensual sex with a female that said, yeah, do all this stuff to me. And he's suspended 2 years.
I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. and nobody could make it make sense. People don't like the guy because he put his hands on a woman, whether it's consensual or not. People don't like the guy for other reasons because he's a controversial figure in sports. People just don't
I think
like
that
him.
has something to do with it too. Is that Bauer gave the MLB a lot of problems before all this came out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
having him out of the loop for 2 years, and again, no one's gonna. It's almost impossible to leave for 2 years and come back the same way. If he does, that would be
Listen,
something else. But
I personally, before all this happened, didn't really like him.
I liked him.
I was a huge fan
Of
of
course.
his.
I didn't really like him. I didn't hate him. He wasn't like on like a top like 50 player list where like I wish they weren't like on. Like they weren't in the MLB. Like they weren't. He's not like that. But now I like him, not because, you know, what he did, just for the pure fact that, you know, he's actually innocent, and he's being his, you know, life is being tarnished like this. He's also suing 3 people. So he's suing
The woman who made the complaint.
the woman. He's suing
Libel, right? That's libel.
He's suing the woman that made the complaint, the lawyer, and he's also suing a sports
The journals.
sport journalists.
Hey man, if it's
Like
Trevor
it's not
Bauer,
like one sports
the world-
journalist. It's like the whole like company that they work for.
Yeah, like the outlets, the media outlets.
I hope he wins, man.
I hope so too. And I hope he wins the appeal case too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that is just no good explanation as to why this is even happening. Well, I never disliked Trevor Bauer. If I had to make a list of my top 10 least favorite guys in the league, he would never have been on it, which
Yeah.
I do have, by the way.
10 of the spots would be Joey Votto.
Yeah, he'd be up there.
Just for whatever
Definitely.
reason, you don't like
I
Joey
do
Votto.
have a list. I have a list for you guys of my top approximately 15 guys in MLB.
That's funny. We were supposed to make that list, and I don't think me and Andrew did.
Yeah.
I didn't. I could listen. I've only really thought like there's only one player. That's it, Manny Machado. That is it.
There's really no players that I like dislike that I wouldn't want them in the league because of like the way they play. I mean, everyone plays the game differently, I guess. I mean,
You know,
why do you not like Machado?
Why do you think?
I feel like I can understand why Vinny wouldn't like him just because like generally like I guess the arrogant guys that like just are the same style player like, but like you don't dislike the other guys like Harper.
I
So,
don't.
like, why
like
him
Machado.
specifically?
I don't like Machado because one, he's dirty all in general. Okay, he does so many dirty things. Harper might be, very arrogant and stuff like that, but he's never dirty. Okay, and two, this is the main reason he ruined Dustin Pedroia's career.
The tail end of his career. I mean, is that the
His
only reason
career-
why Dustin
his career-
Pedroia?
No, listen, Dustin Pedroia, his career was not over. Okay, he wasn't, the same player that he used to be, like back in like 2009, 2010.
Former MVP Dustin Pedroia.
Listen, he was not that MVP player, but he was not like, this terrible player. He probably still could be playing right now. Do I think he really would be? No, but he could be. Like, he still could be playing in 2022.
Yeah.
And let me put it this way. You want to know how Red Sox feel about Dustin Pedroia, Vinny? Same way Met fans feel about David Wright. Career ended short.
Yeah, I get it.
That's how we feel about Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah, because David Wright's career very unfortunate. He just wasn't the same the last 3 or 4 years of his career. It's a miracle that he even played those last 3 years of his career. He played a part in the World Series when they played in the World Series. It's just a miracle. It really is.
Didn't he have like some spinal fusion?
I think he had spinal stenosis. I think that's what he had. He had something wrong with the spine for sure. Yeah, but it's very unfortunate with David Wright. And Dustin Pedroia was a well-respected player as well. He was good all around. He was very good all around. He was a big part of the Red Sox team for a long time. I know that for sure. And how old was he when he stopped playing? He was young,
It was
right?
just 3 years ago.
Yeah. So
He was a rookie. He won Rookie of the Year in 07. He retired in 2019. But he hasn't he didn't really play since 2017.
He got injured in 2016 or 17. I forgot the season.
MVP.
And
Rookie
then
of the Year, then MVP. Wow, that's crazy.
he tried making a comeback in 2018. He only played like 2 games, had like 6 at bats, and then he went right back on the injured list. And then 2019, he just called it quits because he couldn't play.
Yeah. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. But he had a great career 300 hitter, career 800 OPS. He had some years, 54 doubles his MVP season.
1,000% would have been a Hall of Famer if he continued to finish out his career. But now it's same thing with David Wright.
David Wright's got no shot.
He just
at all.
He'll make the Mets Hall of Fame.
Of course.
The David
But
Wright
no
will be retired. 5 will be retired without a doubt.
Anyone wear 5 now on the Mets?
That I know of, no. But either way.
Now, if you're planning on retiring someone's number, you're not going to give it in between, then retire it. The only time that's ever, I think the only number retired twice outside of 42, if there was an old Jeopardy question, was the
Oh Lord,
where Yogi Berra and Bill Dickey, but that's because they didn't decide to retire either one until after Berra's career. So then they just.
That was some question you pulled out. That was some question you pulled out on us, man. That really was something. And then James got it correct, but it wasn't the answer you were looking for. Remember?
Yeah. Because everyone said 42.
Jackie Robinson, number 42, retired all around baseball. Anyway, speaking of Jeopardy, let's get into it.
Speaking of Jeopardy.
We haven't done one of these in a while.
Vin's got a Jeopardy.
I have a Jeopardy for Andrew Scarpacci and James Christopher Corbett Jr. So JCCJ and
Vin, you are host.
Andrew Scarpacci are going to go head to head.
This is a gentleman's game, Andrew.
What are the records?
Good luck.
I think I'm
Yeah, I have no idea. Vin's losing to all of us. I don't know who won between us, so I'm gonna
I think we're both 3 and 2 or something. Or you're 2 and 3 on. It's something like that.
All right, I'm flipping a coin.
Guys, ready? We're gonna share the screen now.
Yeah, share the screen. All right, Andrew, you trust me, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heads
you.
Take number 1.
Heads me.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
All
okay,
right.
we're gonna share the screen now.
Is shit. Look, ready. Tails.
Oh, so just like 1978. You know what I'm talking about or no?
What?
The Patriots lost the coin toss to the Giants.
Yeah, it was game 163. Yankees and Red Sox were tied at the end of the regular season. Suddenly had a 1-game playoff to decide who won the division. Yankees lost the coin toss, so the game was held in Boston. But then the Yankees won the game anyway.
Yeah.
The Bucky Dent 3-run homer.
All right.
So you know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to win the game anyway.
Okay, man. So we got 2 teams. This is Corbett and Scarpacci Resurrection.
All right. We got 4 minutes and 50 seconds before it cuts us off.
These are the categories. American League East. All about the AL East. We have New York Mets. All-Stars. Everything you can think of. All-Star Game. All-Stars. Whatever you can think of. MVPs. And then we have Name the Team. I'm just going to fix your names over here. Jimmy.
Our Pappy and Corbett.
Andy.
Jimmy
and Andy. Okay. All right, fellas. So we've decided who went first, correct? Who goes first?
I go first. I won the coin toss.
Okay, wonderful.
We'll go Mets 400.
The Mets traded these 2 infielders for Francisco Lindor and Carlos. Yes.
That would be Andres Jimenez. I don't know if it's Andres Jimenez, and then Ahmed Rosario.
That is correct.
400, baby. Let's go.
kidding.
The Yankees were down until the 7th inning to that game.
Oh, okay. Jesus, Andrew.
Okay.
All right, James, go for it.
All right, Mr. Baseball Encyclopedia. Let's see if you
Oh,
can win
shit.
this Jeopardy. New York Mets 300.
Gary Sheffield hit which milestone while playing for the Mets?
Got it.
Yeah.
You're right. 500 home runs.
I knew I knew it was home runs. I didn't know if it was 300, 400, 500, whatever.
Mets 200.
Jimmy takes an early lead. He is one of at least 10 pitchers who have thrown a no-hitter after playing for the Mets. He threw 7 in his career.
I got it.
Yes.
9.
Good job, Andy.
Time to tie this up. AL East 500.
AL East 500. Name the player with the most home runs in each franchise history for each of the AL East teams.
Shit. Right.
500 point question. Who has the most home runs in Tampa Bay history, Baltimore history, Boston history, New York history, and Toronto history?
All right. Well, just so that I can keep track of it, I'm just gonna write my answers down real quick, just so that I can kind of like remember.
Yes, sir. James has a
I know
strategy.
2.
Think, fellas. This is a question that could definitely be thought about for a while. Take some time. Think about franchise guys.
I know 2 of them.
I think I know 4.
I think I have 3.
Sorry, guys, getting a phone call. I'm getting a phone call. I'm not
Okay, scrub.
answering.
Oh, you're not answering. Wow. Someone's gonna get an earful
Toronto right now.
later.
Gotta think of Toronto. It's the most home runs for Toronto.
Name the player with the most home runs in each franchise history for each of the American League.
Who has it for Toronto?
Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Baltimore Orioles, the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, they exist, and we can't do anything about it. And
Okay.
Boston Red Sox, Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay, I think I have all 5, but
All right, who's gonna take a shot at it first?
my hands, okay, are not going to this paper. I have to text that person back.
All right.
I have I know 2. The
All right, we're back. Time to give Vinny host again so we can get back to this Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Vince host.
All right, guys. Who's gonna take a shot first? Jimmy or Andy?
I will take it if Scarpapi will take it with me.
Man, you got an early lead, man.
Oh,
And it's
okay,
very early.
I'll do it.
We'll do it? Okay.
Yeah. So we each wait. So how is this gonna work? Like you go, then I like.
You have your
I
stuff
think
down,
since
correct?
James wants
Yeah.
to call it first, he's gonna have to throw out 5 names, and if 4 of them are wrong and one of them is right,
We'll go in order: Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Rays, Blue Jays. Okay.
Okay. So we'll both
say them at the same time.
Okay.
So just mark down, what answer is going where. Okay. So we'll start with the Yankees right now. Okay. Yankees.
Negotiating
Yankees.
is ridiculous, man.
2, 3. Root.
Babe Ruth.
Okay.
I didn't hear either of you guys. First of all,
We both said Ruth.
That'd be an easier way to do this.
Ruth.
You both said okay. Okay.
Okay. How about this though? It's like instead of saying the names at the same time, like because we're the answer. Vinny's not giving the answer till afterwards. So what if you give your player, then I give my player? Because like me knowing who you pick doesn't help me at all. Because it could be right or it could be wrong.
Could give you an idea.
Yeah, it could give you an idea. It could change it.
Well, James, you were the one who kind of called this and wanted to do it first. So then again,
I said both do it at the same time.
fair enough.
Here, how about this? How about this? Okay. Vinny reveals the answer, and then we put our paper up to show.
Oh, dude.
That's gonna because I could easily like I have it written on my phone.
Oh, dude.
So like,
All right, then we just have to say it at the same time.
okay.
All right. So we already said Ruth for the Yankees. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Red Sox answer.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ted Williams.
Williams. Then, did you hear us?
Yeah, I heard you guys.
Okay. Orioles. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Murray.
Brooks Robinson.
Oh shit! I forgot about Brooks Robinson.
Who did you say?
I said Murray.
I got Robinson. It's probably one or the other.
Yeah.
So like the Blue Jays, I have two. I have like I have one of two guesses for the Blue Jays.
I only had one. I only can like think of one.
Yeah, it's like
It's
okay.
like so. All right.
So who are we doing now?
We'll say the Rays. Okay, Rays.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Evan Longoria.
Okay. So far,
Wait, you said Longoria and you said
Longoria. We both said Longoria.
okay.
All right, Blue Jays time. 3, 2, 1.
Gary
Bautista.
Carter. Batista was my other guess.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Bautista
I said
and
Gary Carter.
Gary Carter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on,
All right.
before you say anything, did one of us get it right?
No.
All right, so all right, reveal the
you-
answers.
The Orioles and the Blue Jays are wrong for both of you.
Wow,
right.
what?
Yeah. So let's see.
It's gonna be Ripken or something. Like
How did we? Oh man.
Delgado.
Yeah.
Carlos Delgado played a lot of years in Toronto.
I don't know how I didn't. Cal Ripken should have been an easy one.
I had Ripken in my head, but I didn't think that he outbeat Murray.
I just figured he played more games. Like if I thought of
Yeah.
Ripken, I would have voted Ripken just because of how many games he played. And,
Yeah.
like, he was never a 40 home run guy, but he was always a 25 home run guy.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Played so many games that Robinson played a lot of games too.
That's why. Like Robinson wasn't a home run hitter, but he hit 15, 20 a year for
Yeah.
25 years.
All right, so
All right, Andrew, pick
Scott
it.
Patchy's in control. Yes, he is.
MVP's 200.
The only Colorado Rocky to win the MVP.
I got it.
Yes.
No, I don't. Oh,
He said it though.
the name came into my head, then I realized he never won an MVP.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Like
at
now,
home now.
I think
He's at home now.
Oh,
crying
oh,
about
Todd
his
Helton. Todd Helton. No.
I honestly think I know the answer, but
I felt never won an MVP.
you know what? You know what? Andrew answered. I'll answer. Okay. Matt Holliday.
I think
Matt
that's
Holliday should have won an MVP, but
Fuck.
someone else won it instead, unfortunately. So neither of them won an MVP. Larry Walker won an MVP.
it. Larry Walker and Helton were the same era. I keep getting those two guys mixed up.
I loved Helton. I think he was a phenomenal player, and Larry Walker too.
Because
He
like
was
Walker barely made the Hall of Fame and Helton barely didn't. I keep getting mixed up on who did
good
and who
point.
didn't.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
keep
way
getting.
to put
I
it.
always get Helton and Walker mixed up. So my first guess was Arenado, and then I remember as soon as I said I got it, I'm like Arenado never won an MVP.
He was 3 or 4 in voting in almost every year, I think. But yeah. All right, Scarpacci.
All Stars 300.
Which active pitcher has started the most All-Star games?
It's down to 2 pitchers.
Yeah, it's down to 2.
It's either one or the other, and it could literally be one or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like a 90-10%. It's literally 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Oh man. You guys should know it.
We both know who it is. We just don't know who it is.
Remember, active pitcher.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I don't know between these guys. I'm folding. I don't know the answer.
I got it, Max Scherzer.
Please be wrong. Fuck.
It was either
oh,
Scherzer or Kershaw, but like my
Are you
thinking
like
with that.
Kershaw?
What?
I thought it
What
would
do
be
you think?
Verlander. You
I
guys
had Scherzer or Verlander.
I had Scherzer or Kershaw,
Yeah.
but I kept thinking that like Kershaw usually either had a bad start and a good finish, or he was either hurt and he missed one and he missed some, or he would be
Yeah.
hurt in the beginning of the year, then dominate the end, but he wouldn't have had enough votes by All-Star time to really get it. So that's why I just said Max Scherzer.
Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Scherzer or Verlander.
Name that team 200.
Name that team.
Which team has the worst winning percentage of all time? Active team.
Like like the entire team's history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise. I mean, I don't think this is gonna help Andrew out just because I think he knows this, but like this is a fun fact. You know, the Pirates have a 500, like above 500, like career, like.
Well, the Pirates have had really good teams over the last 100
Yeah.
years. They had World Series teams in the 60s. They had
It's
good
just-
teams early on.
it's just
They
funny
were
to
They
good
think
were
in
only
80s.
really bad for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, but they've been around for a lot longer.
It's just
Of course, that's what I said. They've only been bad for 4 or 5
Yeah.
years. They've been around forever.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fun. It's funny to think about that they have like
Yeah.
they're so bad, but their career is above 500.
So with that being said, you now have 29 options.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot more than 29. We have a lot less than 29 options.
It's not the Yankees. It's not the Red Sox.
Not Yankees, not Red Sox. I know it's not the Mets.
It's not the Mets.
not the
I'm pretty
Cardinals. It's not the
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Keep giving each other's answers though. That's
Yeah,
sure. But
it's just answers we did know.
which team, man. Think about this question, fellas. When are you guys gonna get this right? One of you guys should get this answer correct. I have faith in one of you. I don't know which one though.
you have to know literally every team from the beginning of time to now, and how long they've existed, and every single
Yeah.
and like how many bad
Quick
stretches
question.
compared to good stretches they
Quick
have.
question. Okay,
You also have to consider,
Benny.
consider things. Is it logical for a certain team to have a?
Vinny, I have a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. So, are we also adding like times like Cleveland Spiders and Montreal Expos?
I guess so. I'm not really
Or
sure.
is it like current teams with the worst record, or like organizations in general?
I would say if you want me to research it, I
Because
could get you the answer to that.
The Nationals could have like such a terrible like record just because they had a lot of the Montreal Expo teams that were bad.
Well, yeah.
No, I think it's.
I don't know
think
if it's organization wise or if it's just like in general like teams that are
Yeah, it should be. It should be organizations.
organizations. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's obviously an active team, so it's not like a team that
Right.
folded in like the 1910s and hasn't been around.
Mm-hmm. Like
I'm not
like it could be the Cleveland Spiders. Like
No,
Oh,
the Cleveland
that's
Spiders
not a
is
team
absolutely
anymore, is it?
not going to be an answer.
well,
No, it has to be an active.
it wouldn't be. Yeah, I know it wouldn't be like the Cleveland Spiders, but I mean like I meant like Cleveland. Like it could be the Guardians.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, are the Guardians the Spiders, or is that the same?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
Oh, it is?
Indians.
I don't think. I thought the Spiders just folded. I didn't know they became the Indians.
No, I'm pretty sure they became the Indians. Like they folded, but the organization came back.
It's going to be since, like for example, if you guys were to say the answer was the Houston Astros, they've been around since 1962. So you would consider their win-loss, their percentage since 1962.
So
Right.
the organization.
Yes. So if the answer were to be the New York Yankees, you would consider their win-loss record from 1903. All right.
But I mean, okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I think I'm folding.
I'm trying to.
There's a couple answers you can choose from. So like,
Well, I
I'll
mean,
take a random guess. Seattle.
that's your guess?
Yeah.
That is not correct.
happy boy.
I know they went 20 years without making the playoffs, and I know they haven't been around for 100 years, so I figured.
It's a good guess, though. It's very close.
He's not guessing, so you can.
I'm not guessing. Yeah, I have no idea.
Right.
Marlins.
So obviously that counts the Florida Marlins then.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's the Marlins, and then the Padres, the Rockies, the Phillies, the Mariners. The worst five.
In my head,
from worst to best.
In my head, I was thinking Rockies, but
I thought of the Rockies too.
All right, Andrew, you're still in control.
Name that team 400.
All right. Which team currently has 3 infielders whose fathers were all multi-time All-Stars?
I got it.
Yes, Andrew. Yeah.
Blue Jays.
Yeah, Kevin Biggio, Vladdy, and
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, man. All right, so
and here we are. Welcome to Jeopardy, guys. For whatever reason, I mean, no one.
It's tied up.
For whatever reason, some questions look done, but I mean, as you can tell, we're just starting. Look at the score.
No one's answered any questions. Okay, go ahead.
AL East 100.
Which of these did the AL East not have in the years 2020 to 21? Rookie of the Year, MVP, Cy Young, or batting champion?
So this is the 2020 season and the 2021 season?
Yeah, James, you have the stupidest, like, dumbfounded face, like when you don't understand something and you're just thinking. Like, it's just so goofy. So from the years 2020 to 2021, the American League East had 3 of these 4. Either the batting champion, the Cy Young, the MVP, or the Rookie of the Year was not in the American League East. So think about who won these awards in 2020 and 2021. And one of them, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, MVP, or batting champion, did not land in the American League East in 2020 or 2020. Don't worry about the National League. Forget about it.
Oh, I'm blank so hard on something right now. I got it.
Yeah.
And it's like they won it. They didn't come in like second or third place. Like they won it.
Yeah.
Okay, MVP.
Yes. What the hell would you think second or third place?
I know.
Good job. Good job.
I knew it was between MVP or Cy Young. I knew Wander Franco won Rookie of the Year, and I think LeMahieu won batting title in one of the 2 years.
The Cy Young was Robbie Ray last year.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember who won Cy Young.
I couldn't remember who won MVP in 2021. And then I was like, wait.
Ohtani, yeah.
Ohtani. Like
Rosarena won the Rookie of the Year in 2020. I don't know. I forgot who won the Rookie of the Year in 2020.
Wait, did I say Wander Franco?
Yeah.
I meant a Rosarena.
Wander Franco won it in 2021.
So they both wait.
No.
Rosarena's rookie season didn't count until 2021.
Yeah. That's what I said. Rosarena won it.
No, he didn't.
It was Franco.
You just said Rosarena's rookie season didn't count until 2021.
Yeah, it didn't. And Wander Franco won Rookie of the Year in 2021.
It's so funny how you guys think like that Wander Franco won it, and I know like I know the sky is blue, like I know how to spell my first name. That Randy Arozarena won the Rookie of the Year award in 2021, and you guys are both on here so confidently telling me something that I am 1,000% sure of.
2021 Rookie of the Year MLB.
I found this on the web.
Like, how do
Yeah,
you-
it was Rosarena.
I wonder why why did we both think it was Franco then?
Thank you.
Because Franco's just so fucking good. We just assumed so.
Yeah, dude, who won it? Who won it in 2020?
Okay, that doesn't change the purpose of the question. It did
Yeah,
help
I
us
still
out.
won it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Wait, I want to know who won it in 2020. I forgot. Was it a
Devin
pitcher?
Williams won it in the NL.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Lewis won it, right? The Seattle Mariner who got
Yeah,
injured
Kyle
in
Lewis.
2021. That's right. He did win it. All right, cool. So I gave Jimmy his points, and he's in
All right.
control.
Mets 100.
All right. Which manager took the Mets to the
Got
World
it.
Series in 2018? Yes, Sam.
That is Terry Cobb.
Corbett. Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, man.
500 Mets.
The Mets drafted this player in 2007. He played over 7 seasons for the Mets, including the 2015 World Series appearance. He was traded to Tampa in exchange for current Met reliever Drew Smith. All right. Good question here, fellas. Good question here. He played in the World Series. Whether he was a starter, reliever, third baseman, center fielder, catcher, first baseman, shortstop, you got to figure that out. But he did play.
I have one guy in my head. No, it can't be him. He didn't play for Tampa. This guy played for Tampa, but I don't think he played 7 seasons with the Mets.
Yeah, 7 seasons. I think it was like 7+, which is why I probably said over 7. And it got traded.
I don't think this guy played more than like 6 years in the MLB. So
You got to tell me what you're talking about. Oh, man. All right, fellas. Scarpacci,
Right.
you're awfully quiet over there.
he played in the World Series. Okay.
Yeah. He played on that team. He played in the World Series. He actually had plate appearances in the World Series. He played the field. He was a part of the World Series.
Oh, so not a pitcher.
Well, he could have been.
Not anymore.
It could be him.
Now I'm done talking.
Listen, if it's the guy that I'm thinking about right now, and I don't answer this question, and he's the answer, guys, my camera might break. I'm gonna punch my screen because this would be such a great ass pull out. Okay, I just pull it right out of my ass for Adam.
Or you can make yourself look like an ass.
Or
Yeah.
make myself look like an ass. Either way. So, all right. I don't know the answer. I think I'm folding.
Andrew, nothing?
Come on, encyclopedia.
I have a couple ideas, but not enough to make it work. Not confident enough to make it worth 500.
Before you pull the answer out, I'm just gonna say my answer if Andrew doesn't answer.
Okay, you're not getting credit for it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get credit for
Okay.
it. I'm folding.
Yeah, I fold too.
Okay. Listen, I'm either gonna look like a complete doofus or I'm just randomly out of nowhere pulling this out. Okay. Rene Rivera.
Nah.
The fact that you even had that name in your head is hysterical.
Because he played for Tampa.
Yeah.
He played for Tampa. He was on. I don't know if he was on the Mets team in 2015, but I know he played many.
Not a bad guess then. Really, that's not really that bad of a guess. Andrew, you have any
Nah.
suggestions? No one even want to say a name?
I got
It's gonna
nothing.
be a name we know. Watch, it's gonna be a name we know.
Yeah, probably. If he played over 7 years with the Mets.
He's tall, handsome.
Oh, it's
He,
Lucas Duda.
Tall, handsome.
It's Lucas Duda.
He grew up in the one town in the United States that has my heart forever. My favorite place in the entire world, in Fontana, California, and his name is Lucas Duda, and he is the most handsome man to ever play in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, he's also a good reason Oh, the Mets.
The Mets lost the World
That
Series.
game.
Yeah. Legend.
I didn't know
Okay.
he played for Tampa. I didn't know he played for
Oh,
Tampa.
he was traded to Tampa. I guess he played maybe for half a year.
I
All
guess.
right. Go for it.
All right. MVP's 100.
All right. The last Pirate to win an MVP.
Got
I got it.
I heard James first.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, sorry, Andrew, but that's McCutcheon.
Yeah.
Or, as people in Pittsburgh would say, McClutch.
Clutching. It's
MVP is 300.
Or 2 current Yankees that have won an MVP award with previous teams.
I got 1. Got it.
Yeah.
Stanton and Donaldson.
Couldn't get Donaldson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess a lot of people he was a forgotten MVP maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
2015 or 16 with the Blue Jays.
16.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I think it was the 16
He was
season.
a rightful MVP that year too. He was.
Yep.
terrible.
Yeah. I just
MVP.
I'm thinking Yankees. He wasn't the first guy that came to my head.
MVP's 400.
Many fans believe Matt Kemp should have been the MVP of the National League over this player who went on to win the award. Did you say got it?
I got it.
This is supposed to be
Who said,
the player who won it.
who said got it? For
Me.
you said got it?
I said got it.
I heard got it when I was like 2 lines into the question.
Hold on. The answer is the person who won it, right?
Well, if you let me finish the question, maybe I'm joking. But yes, the answer is the guy who won it.
Okay. So can I answer it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, Ryan Braun.
I knew it was right. Wait. Oh.
I'm joking. You got it.
You got to put my
He got it.
I mean, I
he
had
got
it. I just had to read the entire freaking thing first.
Thank God I didn't finish reading.
Yeah. All right.
AL East 200.
Huh?
AL East 200.
Oh, okay. Since 2016, how many different teams in the American League East have made the playoffs?
Have made the playoffs. Okay. Got it.
I got it.
Yeah, James.
All of them.
How many?
All of them since 2016. All of them.
James, how many?
Oh, 5.
Jesus.
If I say all of them, that's the answer.
I just like goofing with you. All right. Cool,
Every
cool.
answer that James has gotten, it's either been because he said I got it a second before me, or like.
Yeah, I know. Or the question was too damn long. He does read the question way too quickly because when I played against him,
the first answer that came to my head was all 5, but I just wanted to confirm in my head first, and then while I was like halfway through, I got it.
That's why sometimes you just gotta scream it out, take 5 seconds, and then say the answer.
All right.
Go ahead.
AL East 300.
From 1991 to 2001, which pitcher won 4 Cy Young awards for 3 different American League? Yes, Andrew.
I'm using your strategy of just saying I got it, then thinking about it.
I'm not thinking about it. I know the answer.
For 3
think
different
I got
American League East teams.
I know the answer.
Clemens.
Roy did Roger.
It is Clemens.
I just found out he played for the Blue Jays when I was making it, believe it or not. He went back-to-back Cy Youngs with them. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
Name that team 500.
Damn. Randy Johnson finished his career with which team?
Oh, I think I know the answer. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm going for it. I got it.
Yeah.
Giants.
Holy shit.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's
How'd you know that? That's a crazy answer. Well, that's like if you either know it or you don't. You don't know it. You just
I knew the Yankees were a second last team. I couldn't remember who was last.
I didn't remember if it was the Yankees or Giants. I just threw out Giants.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
AL East 400.
Which Rays player hit the go-ahead home run off of Aroldis Chapman?
I got it.
I definitely said that first again.
Yeah.
Yes, James.
Braseo.
Oh my goodness.
He is
Hold on. Before
cooking
we
me.
go any further, did you guys see that Jeopardy answer from that like I think it was an Asian girl on Jeopardy. Like it was like a couple weeks ago.
No, what
No.
happened?
So, all right. So one of the Jeopardy answers was, "Who was this player to break the color barrier?" The girl answered Babe Ruth. I swear to
Oh, what is
God.
this?
The funny thing is, the only questions I
Yes.
would get on Jeopardy are the sports questions, but the only questions that the actual geniuses mess up on Jeopardy are the sports questions.
This girl literally goes, "Who is Babe Ruth?" It goes, eh.
That's hysterical. All right, man. James, go ahead.
All Stars 100.
How are the All-Star Game managers
I got it.
chosen?
Shit.
Yeah, Andrew.
The World Series team the year prior.
Yes, Andy.
All Stars 200.
Who managed the 2021 All-Star Game for each side?
Got it.
Yes, James.
It would be Kevin Cash and Dave Roberts. I forgot Dave Roberts' last name for a second. All Stars 400.
Which shortstop has had the most All-Star Game selections?
I got it.
All time? Or
I got it. Jeter.
I had to ask the fucking.
Is it not him? He has the most votes all time. He has the most votes among players all time. How does he not have the most All-Star? What?
I thought it wasn't him.
How is he has the most votes?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, why did I? Oh wait, well either way, I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
Like I guess voting didn't. I guess like fan voting the way it is now didn't come out till like 15 years ago.
James, you want to throw out an answer?
This is of all time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to throw out an answer, Ripken.
I'm going to say Ozzie Smith as my second guess.
May have been Ozzy. I'm just throwing out a name.
Yeah,
Let's go. What?
What's going on?
This is the biggest ass slap I've gotten.
On a Jeter answer too. On a Jeter lets you down. Go ahead, James.
Here, Andrew. I'll help you out a little. Name that team 100.
Which team had the most Gold Glove winners in 2021?
Got it. Cardinal.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Imagine I just go 4 for 4 with the rest of the answers now. 500 MVPs.
The most recent shortstop to win an MVP.
Oh, Jeter.
I thought you would say that. I thought you'd say that. Is that your actual answer?
No, Jeter never won an MVP.
I thought he did. I thought he won one.
No.
All right, going
Oh, yeah.
to the list.
It's hard to win MVPs if you don't hit 40 home runs a year. That's the truth. Unfortunately. Unless you're Dustin Pedroia or this guy. Even though this guy probably did come close.
Shortstop.
You have to be a lockdown, like World Series champion pitcher with a 1-point-something ERA to win the MVP. If you don't hit 40 home runs. Unless you're this guy, which he might have hit 40 home runs. I'm not sure.
There's like 3 names in my head.
You're lucky. I don't got none. Not right now. Can't even think of any right now.
You guys should just throw one out there. Especially
I mean,
you,
I should.
You should too. He doesn't have much to lose.
You know, just I mean,
I
the thing
would
is,
throw
if I
a
get
name out
questions
there if
wrong,
I had a name to throw out there.
if I get questions wrong and he gets questions right, it's going to look really, really, really bad in the end.
Yeah, good point. You might have to take a picture.
That would
so
probably
it'll
be
last
that,
long.
if I get everything wrong and he gets everything right. That would by far be the largest spread ever that we've had.
Somebody should throw a
It
name
probably
out
already
there.
is the largest spread ever that we've had.
All right, I'm gonna take a guess.
Yeah.
A-Rod.
That's probably it. Oh, it's not.
That is not it.
I'm stuck between Story, Seager, and Correa. I don't know if any of three of them ever won it. I think Seager won it. No,
Andrew, to help you out, none of them won it.
none of them have won it. Okay. Well, those were the three guys I was. Well, A-Rod. Oh, A-Rod won it as A-Rod won 2 as a third baseman in 05 and 07.
Yeah, but didn't he win 1 as a Ranger?
I think. Well, yeah, he did. But I'm saying, so I don't know if it's after 07 or like after 03 or after.
Well, it's not A-Rod, so you could kind of just like cross him off the list. So.
You know, I know that, but I'm trying to think of the time differential, what I have to work with. Like A-Rod won it in 07, but but as a shortstop, he won it in either like 99 or 2000. So I have to think of a shortstop
So A-Rod,
in the last 20 years.
So A-Rod won it as a third baseman.
And a shortstop in like 99 or
But he won it, yeah, okay. So it's after.
It's after 2000. It's in this century.
Yes. Can I give you a hint, even though James already answered, or is that not fair?
If he's okay with that.
I already won the game, so.
Yeah. So he was in the National League,
Okay.
and I think his
Look the
team
answer
won
up.
the World Series the year that he won the
Looked
MVP,
it up.
Okay.
or around that time.
Oh.
No, he didn't. It wasn't. It wasn't the year they won the World Series. The year after he won the MVP. It's an
Is it Jimmy Rollins in 08?
It was Jimmy Rollins. It was 07, but it was Jimmy Rollins.
Oh yeah, they won the World Series.
It was the same year A-Rod won an MVP.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Those points were handed to me. All Stars 500. I just had to get the name at that point. It's at that point either I knew it or I didn't.
Base Jimmy Rollins.
All
Go ahead,
Stars.
Ed. This is a good question here. The former MVP hit an inside the park home run at the All-Star game in 2007 and went on to win the MVP of the All-Star game.
I don't know. Seeing he won MVP, Jimmy Rollins? Oh, wait, no. I mean, I guess, so yes, you could just say that, but he wasn't a former.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, I took the guess, so yeah, I guess. It's not.
You didn't say you got it.
Yeah, I know. I said got it, and then Jimmy.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I wasn't thinking. I thought you said this MVP.
Well, why would I have those two questions like right next? Like why would I tell you who the MVP is?
Okay, listen, Vinny, let me put this in my perspective real quick. One, I'm already winning, so I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Andrew, but like I didn't care. And two, I honestly thought that it said this MVP. I just completely skipped over the word former, and then that was that.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. He didn't win the MVP this year. The year that he won the All-Star game, he didn't win the MVP. He won it in the past. It's kind of like either you remember the moment, it's a good iconic moment, or you don't really know it. That's pretty much what this is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So you're out?
Yeah. There's no point.
Was Ichiro?
Okay.
Ichiro.
And then last one.
Love Ichiro. Okay. Dennis Eckersley won both the Cy Young and MVP the same year for this team.
Ace?
Yeah. It's the only thing I was thinking of.
All right, Andrew. You made yourself look a little less bad there.
Yeah.
Only 1,000-point differential. Really not that big of a differential, considering it was once like 2,800 to nothing.
It was 20.
He just started throwing out answers, and then you gave me 500.
Yeah, but you can take a picture of the score, and and people won't even know.
Yeah.
But good. That was a good game, fellas. That was probably the best Jeopardy I ever made. This Jeopardy took me longer than any of the others because I'm really running out of questions to ask. You know what I mean? Because we've been playing a lot of Jeopardies, a lot of questions, and I'm running out of categories to think of. I'm thinking about just doing a completely miscellaneous Jeopardy and just having like no categories. That would be almost the easiest thing for me to do at this point. because trying to find 5 questions per category is getting a little hard. I had some questions that didn't fit the categories that I was trying to add in somewhere. That's why miscellaneous categories are. But anyways, enough rambling for me. Good game, fellas. That was a fun game.
GG's.
GG. I think we're tied in record now. We're probably both like 3-3.
I think we are. I'm not exactly certain. We'll have to go back through numerous episodes. Sorry, my chair is like messed up. All right, I'm back. Well, guys, I have. Oh, you know what? We'll do Vin's list first. Vin, your list of players.
Okay. So I have.
Let me just say, Votto.
I don't dislike Joey Votto that much.
And Votto.
No, it's probably Harper, Stanton, Judge, just whoever leads in home runs.
And then wait. One last one, but I don't blame him for this. Even though he is retired, Utley.
I hate him. He is an ass, and he's one of my least favorites of all time. Okay, anyways. This is a good list. I'm sure a lot of people are probably going to be thinking, what's wrong with this guy? He's a good player. He's a great player. One of the most respected men across the league. Why does he hate this guy? And you're not going to understand my list, but this is my list. And before I start,
you just like to hate on people.
Yeah, fact.
I guess I'm just one of those
us.
haters who sits in his room on podcasts talking bad about every baseball player who makes millions of dollars, right? I know. That's your typical.
Like I said, Vinny, I'm surprised you don't hate us.
I love you guys. I could never. I love you guys.
Thank you, Vinny. We love you too.
Second that.
All right, we're back. Vinny, go on with your list. The list of hating people. It's the hater.
So,
That's what
I have a list because I guess these guys just know me to dislike players that everybody else kind of loves for some reason. But hey, I do have a lot of players that I respect quite a lot and I really, really like that aren't Mets.
Okay, hold on.
I do like a lot.
All seriousness. I have 2 questions. Okay, no, 3 technically if you want to count like one of them as 2. But first question is, how many players are on this list?
14.
Okay. He came up with 14 players that he actually doesn't like. I might be able to do the same, but he actually did it. Anyway, and second question is Harper on it and is Votto on it?
Yeah, they're both on it.
Okay.
Is Stanton on it?
Stanton is on it.
He had the look.
Stanton's on it.
Is Judge on it?
No.
Okay, good. Listen,
I have no reason to not like him.
Listen, I have no reason not to like Judge, like besides that he's a Yankee, okay? But I actually think Judge is a very classy dude, okay? And I did like Stanton, okay? I did like him, but I didn't like him as much as Judge. And now I almost like him as much as Judge because remember that whole thing with the Guardians and the Yankees happened when they were throwing stuff on the field after the game?
They both went out there to tell the fans stuff.
They were the first 2 out there. There were other Yankees that went out there, and I respect that, but they were the first 2 out there. And Judge actually put himself in front of Oscar and Mercado, so that he wouldn't get hit. So
yeah,
I have a little respect for them. No, a lot of respect more for them. So, but go on, as you were saying.
I like them both. I have no problems with either of those guys.
But he's on your list.
Yeah, but
I have no problem with him, but he's on my I don't like list.
I generally don't like him at all, and I don't. Okay, let me. I don't like him, but I don't have any real problems with him. You know what I mean? I just don't like his style of play. He's one of the guys probably if I saw it in the street, I wouldn't give him a dirty look or anything like that.
So these 14 players are a combination of people that you don't like and players that you don't like, but it's a mix of both, but not at this. But separating why they're on there.
The reason
it could be because of the player, it could be because of the person.
I think I can't stand the way the guy plays, or I can't stand just the way the guy is in general as a person. That's
what I'm saying. Everyone on the list is for one reason or the other.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean every person on there you dislike as a person. It could just be them as a player, and then some of them it could be them as a person.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
let's go 14-1. Okay, so start with number 14.
Unfortunately, I really don't have them in order, so I'm going to try to go as I go and put them in an order and figure out who I like the least of all these guys. Okay.
So who do you think is the best of the worst?
The best of the worst on my list, that would be 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would probably say Joey Gallo would be number 15.
He definitely doesn't like him because of his style of play.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he plays. I don't like the fact that he was complaining about the shift.
I
And
think me and Andrew should make this into a game where we guess which one it is, personality or play.
Yeah. Or both.
how about you guess exactly why I don't like them? That should be good.
Okay.
Just guess exactly why I don't like them. Okay. We'll do it that way then.
Okay.
I'm going to have to try to put these guys in an order.
You don't even have to. You know what? If we're playing this game, don't even put them in order. Just the list that you have, just say it down.
Okay. All right. So that's Joey Gallo. The second man I have on my list is Manny Machado.
Personality.
Yeah, dirty player. We were talking about this all.
Personality and style.
Yeah.
It's got to be both. It's got to be both.
And he's a gold digger.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a funny word to use. That's interesting, but you're right. Yeah.
He chased the bag.
Okay, that's better. Okay. All right. I have Garrett Cole.
Spider Tack.
Yeah. It's got to be play. It's got to be.
Just complaining about making excuses every time he doesn't pitch well. And other than that, that's it. I don't dislike the guy. If I saw him in the street, I'll probably give him a fist bump. I really would. He should be higher. He's probably like a 15 on this list if I would have put him in order. Really. These guys all happen to be Yankees right now, but I have Aroldis Chapman.
Oh, that's got to be his. It's got to be both. It's got to be both. 1,000%. And I can explain why. Okay. One, because
he throws at people's heads. He's wild.
That and the personality wise is didn't he like beat his wife or something?
He shot his garage door. Like he wasn't trying to shoot his wife, but he shot in the direction of his wife and hit his garage door.
No, but didn't he hit his wife?
I don't think it was a physical assault. He shot at her, but he wasn't actually trying to hit her.
I'm pretty sure he hit her because he got suspended.
But it was like a domestic. He shot a gun at her.
Okay, all right.
But he hit his garage door.
Oh my god, the memes were crazy back then with it. It was like at least he didn't hit her with his fastball.
Yeah, I don't remember it happening. When did that? I know it happened.
That happened when he was a Red. It was like
it was right before he signed with the Yankees because his suspension. It happened when he was a Red, but his suspension carried over as Yankee because it was his first year as a Yankee when he got suspended.
Okay, yeah. So that was 2018? 17?
Oh, no, that was
16.
Okay, yeah.
I thought he was a Yankee earlier than that.
No, his first year as a Yankee was the year he went to the Cubs.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought he became a Yankee in 14.
Well, Rivera retired in 13. And then Andrew Miller was the closer 14-15, and then Chapman 16.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Next player.
I have Joey Votto.
Personality.
He's a big baby.
Personality.
He hollers back at fans when he hears something he doesn't like.
Oh, boo-hoo.
He argues with fans in the back. He's a baby. He can't handle heat. He's a baby.
Have you seen his Instagram and TikTok? And he just went on social media recently.
Yeah, he dresses up as Harry Potter and
the Hulk. And
yeah.
He's a funny guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He's Canadian, but yeah, he'll be like America and everything.
He actually just got his American citizenship.
Who?
Joey Votto.
What are you talking about, American citizenship?
He's Canadian.
Canadian.
I had no idea.
Now you do.
I don't like him. I don't want to know about his life, But so that brings me to Anthony Rizzo is next on my list.
How does anyone dislike Anthony Rizzo?
Yeah.
Is it because he's hitting home runs over the short porch over the past week?
No, I made this list before that. I don't like Anthony Rizzo at all.
What? How? Why?
I'm a Red Sox fan and I love Rizzo.
I've been a huge Rizzo fan since he was a Cub.
Same.
I didn't like him. I thought he was always overrated, first of all.
I thought he was underrated.
He was never, if you look at his stats. The guy was never a top 15 in the league. He was always the face of the Cubs. I'm sure he's the face of Chicago.
Well, that's why, because he was so consistently good, but he was never talked about.
He's overrated, in my opinion. And I hope
James is losing it on the other side.
Vinny, I'm just letting you know. Okay, if anybody's going to comment anything in our comment sections, it's going to say Vinny has an L take about Rizzo. That's what it's going to say.
And bring it on. Bring it on, everybody. He also turned heel when he got traded to the Yankees. He turned heel. He was a beloved Cub. He took them to the World Series.
It wasn't his fault he got traded.
He got traded. He didn't get signed. I mean,
he signed, but it was because they wanted him and they gave him
in there. Yeah. If I was Anthony Rizzo, I'd sign with the Yankees too. He did great as a Yankee. Hold on. What is a Yankee? Now he's got the short porch. I'd sign
die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. Anthony Rizzo, one of my least favorite players.
Why is it his fault?
It's not necessarily his fault, but he's a Yankee.
He's not a villain. Not every Yankee is a villain.
You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
But not.
I saw that meme with Jacoby Ellsbury when he signed with the Yankees.
Jacoby Ellsbury is a legend. He didn't want to be a Yankee.
You're probably right.
Yeah. He just
like Anthony.
He just wanted the money and then he never wanted to play.
Yeah. Imagine he had
two decent years out of the 7-year contract.
Imagine he faked the injuries.
Okay, that brings me to Mike Moustakas. He's still one of my least favorite players in baseball.
You know what? Let me put it this way. I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm still not on board with that.
That was the most random one, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
That one came out of left field.
Most random, understandable. Don't agree with it though. I can't.
Nasty attitude. I still don't like him since the 2015 World Series when he cursed at Syndergaard for throwing a little high and inside to Escobar, and Escobar went head over ass trying to avoid the pitch, and then stared at Syndergaard, and Syndergaard said, if they have a problem with me, they could meet me 60 feet and 6 inches down the mound, which was a legendary response. And so, yeah, that's why I don't like Moustakas. And Alcides Escobar is also on my list. So I don't like Escobar either. I thought it's hysterical how last year the Mets played the Nationals. Escobar made, I think, 2 errors. And then Syndergaard, who was recovering from an injury, took a picture of the TV with Escobar on it, and he goes, hit it to shortstop, haha. Legendary Syndergaard moment. Peak male, by the way. Noah Syndergaard. I don't care if he's an angel.
Listen. I know your love for Syndergaard right now is extremely through the roof. So let me just ask you this: not a player, but is banning the wave on your list?
Banning the wave?
Yeah, and Syndergaard hates the wave. He's like a huge stop doing the wave in the crowd.
He's a legend.
He hates the wave. I
don't know why. I don't know where that came from. I don't really care about the wave, but I don't really participate when I'm at games. I just clap and hope my team wins. I don't stand up and take my shirt off and start swinging it around.
Not that guy. Not that guy in the.
Not the guy at the game.
Nope, not that guy.
My son finally almost healed. You can still see the line.
I'm good.
Dude, I can still see it.
It's not the sunburn. It's just it's like the tan line from it, but it's a little dry still. But outside of that,
you could see it better in person. But I guess on the camera, can you see how it's whiter here, and then here it's kind of more on the dark side? Yeah, that's because my Apple Watch.
Well,
the day
my massive nose got burnt at the game. But that's the only part of me because my nose shades the rest of my body from the sun.
Let's go back. We haven't talked about that. So the 3 of us went to Mets opening day. Very good game. I enjoyed myself watching. I didn't really care who won, but it was a good game. I didn't care either way who won.
Who called that home run?
You?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was he's gonna hit another one, and then it was the next pitch.
Lindor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom!
I was excited to see Cano because I'm a huge Yankee fan. He was one of my favorite players growing up when I first got into baseball.
He cried.
And I never saw him play in person once. So Cano's second at bat that I've ever seen in person was a home run. So I enjoyed that a lot. That was my highlight of the game. That random solo shot in the 4th inning.
Guys, I'm just letting you know, Andrew, he cried. 1000%.
on my shoulder. And Robinson Cano is not on my list, believe it or not. I don't like Cano.
Bring that to Edwin Diaz.
I love Edwin Diaz. Why would he be on my
I
list?
didn't know you loved him. Most Met fans hate him.
I love every Met. There's not a single Met I don't like. I don't like Cano. That's probably it. But I don't dislike Cano to the point where I would put him on my least favorite list.
So what if Chase Utley joined the Mets? Would you?
Chase Utley's got to be pushing 50 now.
No, I'm just saying, like at the time.
He wouldn't have. He would never have. But no, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have liked him. I probably wouldn't have liked him. No. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Max Muncy.
Understandable. Don't agree.
Attitude. Goofball. Just Lucas 2.0.
I think the true reason why he doesn't like Max Muncy is because he told Madison Bumgarner to go get the ball out of the water when he had a dinger.
Did that happen?
Yeah, Max Muncy had a freaking moonshot off of Madison Bumgarner. He watched the ball for I swear to God, a split second. He watched the ball. He started jogging to first base. Madison Bumgarner said, go run to first base. Yeah, and then as Max Muncy was rounding third base and going to home, he tells Madison, he goes, go get the ball out of the water. Go get the ball out of the water.
I love lunatics. I love Bumgarner. He'd be on my top 15 guy. I love Donaldson. I love Scherzer. These guys are misunderstood. Who's the other guy? There's one more I'm missing. One guy. Psychopath.
Zach Greinke? He's a weirdo. He's not a psychopath, but he's a weirdo.
Love Greinke. Love him. Absolutely love him. Love Bumgarner. Love him. Okay. Nolan Arenado. This is a new name.
Oh no,
that's new.
Oh, on my list.
Is it because I like?
Is it because of that game?
He's a crybaby. Alonso got hit in the head and ran to first.
I agree.
Alonso got thrown inside. He threw a fit and he pushed Nito right out of the way. And now he's paying the price. He's suspended for it, and he should have gotten fined big time for what he did. Way more. Should have gotten fined a nice, juicy amount of money for what he did. And he should have been banished and banned from baseball. I'm kidding. I'm joking. They definitely should have been heavily fined for what he did.
I agree he's a crybaby, but I still love him. He's
in my top 10 favorite players of all time.
I can't stand him at all. And he'll never win an MVP.
Not all time, but active players. Players that I've seen in my lifetime. He's definitely one of my top 10 favorite players.
And Nolan Arenado, 0 World Series rings. Juan Pierre, 1 World Series ring. Let's continue. I have Bryce Harper, of course.
Let's get the novel out for this one.
We don't even need to guess why he doesn't like it.
Let's get the novel out.
I went to a Met game.
I went to a Met game and he argued with the umpire because it was a strike and he said it was a ball.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened, James. What happened was the Mets were getting hit by pitches like they always are. They were getting hit by pitches probably 2 or 3 times a game. It was getting ugly. I believe the Mets threw at Harper, or he was called out or something, and he was getting booed to hell. And he started arguing with the umpire, big time. He may have gotten hit. I don't remember exactly what happened. They maybe hit him, and he started screaming at us and starting to fight. The benches didn't clear, but he was screaming, and the manager was trying to hold him back for the umpire. There's a Met game I went to, I think 3-4 years ago, and he was ejected. And it was euphoric for Met fans to see Bryce Harper be humiliated like that. If there's any time I ever want the Nationals to win, it's when they're playing the Phillies. Otherwise, they could suffer for all I care. I don't like, obviously, but Bryce Harper is definitely one of my least favorite players. I don't feel like. Huh?
Did you like Jason Worth when he was a National?
Not really. I think he stole second, third, and home in one game. Did he? That's pretty cool.
What about when he was a Philly?
Not really. I didn't really dislike him.
Okay.
I don't really like any Phillies. I like Segura. I respect him a lot for what he's been through, and that he's still a player. He almost quit baseball because of trauma and pain, and he's still a player. I like Segura, so all my respect goes to him. I like him a lot. I don't like Didi. I don't like Hoskins.
I'm not a big fan of Hoskins either.
I don't even like Real Muto.
I'm not a big fan of Real Muto either. Like I don't dislike him, but I also don't like him.
I like Alec Bohm.
Why? Is it because he apologized and he was all nice?
No, I like him because for what he said.
Fuck Philly.
He's like, this place sucks.
But then he took it back the next
He
day.
was like, fuck this place.
I know. He had to.
Oh, he goes, I hate this place. That's what happened. He made 3 throwing errors. And then Philly fans started cheering when he made a good throw. And he's like, I hate this fucking place.
Yeah.
But you know what? He did the classy thing the way he, just came back.
I don't like
it was the heat of the moment. And then they cheered him his next at bat. Anyway, go on.
They did. Schwarber is also another guy I don't like just because he's a
Who?
He's a goofball. Can't play the field.
Schwarber.
Oh.
He had a freak out on Angel Hernandez. Maybe dislike him a little more.
Now, listen, I understand his freak out on Angel Hernandez was a little too much, okay? I don't like Angel Hernandez. He's a terrible umpire. He makes terrible calls. That call has been a strike all night, though. I don't care if it's a ball. That call has been a strike all night. So he was consistent with that. So
it wasn't just that 3-2 pitch. There was other pitches that he called a strike in that at bat.
Yeah, I understand, but he's getting mad. Like, you're taking that pitch. You understand that pitch has been a strike all night. Don't be mad when he calls that a strike when it's been a strike consistently. So that's my opinion on it. Okay, that's an L for Kyle Schwarber, in my opinion. But Kyle Schwarber's a W in all general. So
did you dislike him when he was a Cub too, or no?
No. Oh, him. All right. No.
Not necessarily. I disliked him when he was a National.
I loved him when he was a Cub. Loved him when he was a National. Loved him when he was a Red Sox, obviously. And I still love him as a Philly.
No.
I love Kyle Schwarber.
Now, the Phillies had statistically like the worst defense last year in a very long time.
This year, oh my God. You see their defense today?
No, absolutely just terrible. Despicable. And they can't hit with runners in scoring position. They can't hit in general. They get runners. They get
2020.
Can't hit. They couldn't hit against the Brewers. They can't hit against the Mets. They just can't hit.
Like I said, the Mets in 2020.
Yeah, so stop complaining about bad calls and hit the ball when you have runners in scoring position, and you'll score runs. Anyways, I wouldn't be saying that if the bad calls were against the Mets. I'd be blaming the umpire. But that's just my bias, obviously. Nick Castellanos, of course, is on my list. He's one of my least favorite players in baseball. The memes completely ruined him for me, and I don't think it's funny. I think he said some negative comments about the Mets when he joined the Phillies, and now look at him. He's struggling. The whole team is struggling, and he got no hit today by the Mets. So thank you. He said something bad about DeGrom. Of course, he took a shot at DeGrom and Scherzer. Neither of them pitched, and he still got no hit. And DeGrom's replacement on opening day, no hits. The Phillies, after Castellanos said what he said. Congratulations, Nick. So, and I think he's overrated. I think he had one good year of his career. He had one really good year last year. He got a contract from the Phillies, and then he wants to run his mouth. Now the Phillies suck. And good for him. Good for him. He's one of my least favorite. He's probably in the top 5 of least favorite, and the memes really ruined him for me too. I don't think they're funny anymore. They're not funny anymore. Now, every time Nick Castellanos hits a home run, someone's going to say, oh, Nick Castellanos hit a home run on the day my great-grandmother, who was 115 years old, passed away. And they're getting so bad. They're not funny anymore. Someone dies every day in this world. They're going to find the most low-grade celebrity from some country in Asia that no one's ever heard of and say, look, Nick Castellanos hit a home run on the day that this guy passed away. And they're just not funny. They're just
deep drive to left.
They weren't funny, huh?
Deep drive to left.
Yeah, they're not fun. They weren't funny.
That one's always going to be funny. That one's always going to be funny.
It was funny when it first happened because I think
it's still funny. It's still funny.
Listen, it's funny because he's done it 3 times in all seriousness cases.
That's
like
just not
serious cases when the announcer was like announcing something, he did it 3 times.
Yeah, when the announcer's announcing something, but God forbid, not God forbid, but rest in peace. The quarterback from the Steelers, what's his name? Haskins. Rest in peace. But they were saying, oh, look, Dwayne Haskins, whatever, passed away today. And then Nick Castellanos hit a home run on the day Dwayne Haskins passed away. Yeah, everyone passes away every day that you're alive. So it's nothing special for.
How
Now
many
they're just.
do you have on your list?
I got about 3 more.
Okay. I was just asking.
Actually, I think I have 2 more only. I said Muncy, Stanton.
Yep.
I have 3 more. Alex Verdugo. He's definitely one of my least favorite players.
What?
He's probably top 5. I can't stand him.
Dude's one of the nicest dudes in baseball history.
Ignorant, and I don't like him at all. But moving on. I said Harper. Soto. Juan Soto is one of my least favorite players.
Oh, yeah, the singles hitter.
Ever. The singles hitter. Notorious singles hitter Juan Soto is one of my least favorite players right now. That's stupid. He twerks in the batter's box and he drops it like it's hot in the batter's box and it's not funny. It's not cute. It's not fun. It's stupid. I don't like Juan Soto. I can't stand watching him play unless he's losing. And I hope he suffers in Washington for a very long time.
I just think he's slightly overrated. That's it. I don't dislike him.
I agree with you. He's a singles hitter who has power and hits home runs when he wants to, and he walks a lot. He's known to walk a lot, so guys pitch around him because there's really nobody else in that lineup that's that much of a crazy threat. Nelson Cruz, is he going to hit 45 home runs again? Is he going to hit 45 home runs? Is he really?
He's going to hit 45 dingers at 50 years old at this rate.
I don't believe that. Nelson Cruz hitting right behind Juan Soto. I think they could pitch around Juan Soto and get to Cruz and Bell and the rest of the order and not have to worry about anything. I think so. So of course, and especially last year, and when they didn't have Nelson Cruz, they could pitch around Soto all day. They could pitch around him. They can intentionally walk him all they want because the Nationals don't have many other threats on that team. So, and I guess that brings me to my last name here. You guys want to guess who it is?
Just had to.
Did we already talk about Stanton?
Yes. Acuna,
yeah.
No freaking way I got that.
Yes, it is. Ronald Acuna.
He hits home runs and he wears diamond chains.
He's a loudmouth.
A loudmouth.
What about Cespedes? Cespedes did all that times 10.
I didn't really like Cespedes. I don't really remember how he played that much. It was a while ago since I saw him play. I didn't see him play in 2020. I didn't watch baseball in 2020. I hadn't seen him play in years.
Okay, first of all, Acuna's a loudmouth. The dude got plunked by the Marlins like 3 straight games, and he didn't say anything.
They didn't do it on purpose. The Marlins pitcher got ejected for hitting Acuna in the first inning.
No, I understand that one. I understand that one. He didn't do that one on purpose. Jose Urena aimed at him purposely and said nothing, and he got taken out of the game for that. Not Jose Urena, Acuna. He got taken out of that game for elbow tightness after that. Okay? And he did nothing about it. He didn't say anything. He didn't complain to the media after that. Nothing. His teammates did. He didn't.
He's so classy, isn't he?
I'm not saying he's classy, but he's not a loudmouth.
I think the Braves won the World Series without him in 2021. And
so because of that, the Braves are better if they don't have Acuna?
Absolutely not. He's one of the best players in baseball. He's probably, I think, if you saw his numbers when he went down last year, he would have won the MVP. Harper and Soto wouldn't have been thoughts. Acuna would have won it in a heartbeat. I think he's better than Harper, and he's better than Soto. He's probably the guy that I would want to have on my team out of those 3. I think he's a fantastic player. I don't like him at all. At all. I like Albies. A lot. I like Ozzy Albies.
What did you think of Freeman?
I liked Freeman. I didn't dislike Freeman. There's really no reason for me to dislike Freeman at all. When I heard there was a problem with Freeman and Acuna, I just said to myself, of course there was. They're 2 polar opposites. One's very well respected, and one's a kid who thinks that he is the best player in the world, which he's definitely one of them, and the other one is one of the most humble guys that everyone just adores. Of course. So if you're Freddie Freeman, of course you're going to have problems. Duh. I would too if I was Freddie Freeman.
All right, comment section down below. I'll take for so many of these. Okay, just put it down right there. Let's see if my list is going to be an I'll take. Let's see if you guys can guess some. Obviously, my own fan bias. There's no Yankee postseason moment that I actually like. Sorry, Andrew. So this is all going to be Red Sox and Met moments. 2 of them Met moments, 3 of them Red Sox moments. Let's go. My number 1 moment, postseason moment of all time. I think this is a pretty easy guess.
The 2004.
No. This is okay. I'm sorry. This is one that I've witnessed. Okay, so I started watching baseball in the early 2010s. So all postseason moments, 2010s in that section. Okay, number 1.
It would either be the 2013 or the 2018 World Series.
Moment.
Okay.
It could be a moment. It could be a game. Like it's
okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think this is number 1, but I'm pretty sure one of them is when the Red Sox swept the final out when the Red Sox swept the Yankees, or won the series 3-1 in the division series in I think 18.
Okay. One of those games is in my top 5. So the 16-3 game is my number.
Yeah.
The 16-3 game is my number 3. Okay. Number 1, Ortiz's grand slam. I mean, that's just
against Tampa.
No, against the Tigers in the 2013.
Okay, yeah, I know the one that scraped the guy tried to jump into the bullpen and he fell backwards.
Yeah, that was Torrey Hunter.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I thought that was the Rays.
Number 2, Vinny, you're gonna like this one. I'm a big fan of this. Okay. Now I excluded the World Series from here because he kind of had a mess up and it kind of fucked the Mets a little.
Daniel Murphy's probably
Daniel Murphy's NLDS and NLCS run.
Yeah.
That was incredible to watch.
The guy just went ballistic.
The dude was not a home run hitter at all. The postseason came around and he turned into fucking Barry Bonds.
He just went ballistic. It was crazy.
All right, my number 4 moment. It's another grand slam.
What team?
The Red Sox.
Wait, was it Shane Victorino?
That's an honorable mention that I have.
Because he had a big home run.
Yep. He hit a grand slam, and a lot of people just totally don't talk about it. That's in my honorable mention.
Shout out to Shane Victorino. He's all over the comment sections on most MLB accounts. Yep. So if he ever somehow finds his way to our page, we love you, Shane.
I love you, Shane. I
don't care one way or the other.
I don't think Andrew does.
I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. I mean, I'm neutral. I haven't thought of his name in probably 5 years until just now.
We're going to get Bader on here after what happened with the Mets and the Cardinals so I can tell him how much I despise his teammate, Arenado. That's a good idea, or what?
I don't know.
I would love to get Arenado on here. I still have an Arenado Rockies jersey.
Wear it.
That's if I can find it somewhere.
Rockies too. Rockies are one of my favorite teams aside from the Mets. I don't like Arenado.
All right. So my number 4 is in 2018, Houston Astros versus Red Sox. Jackie Bradley Jr. hit a grand slam against Roberto Osuna to break open the game.
Wow.
I was screaming when that happened. And number 5, Vinny. This is actually a 2015 World Series moment.
David Wright's homer.
Curtis Granderson's frozen rope to right field.
Matt Harvey's World Series start.
Yeah.
Even though it blown to smoke at the end, that start was literally perfection from 1 to literally like the end. Like the end didn't end in perfection, but right then and there, it was just so great.
It was incredible. It's a shame. It's just a shame what happened.
It was great.
Every time you talk about him,
Honorable mentions that we had. Shane Victorino's Grand Slam, and then number 2 is the NLDS Mets Dodgers Cespedes' bat flip.
You love home run.
yeah,
That dinger, and then he had the bat and he just goes like that and throws it.
He loves home runs, this kid.
Of course I do. Who doesn't like a fucking dinger? Chicks dig the long ball. Well, that's my list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, no Yankee moment. Why would I have a Yankee moment? But actually, there is a Yankee moment. It just happens to not be a good Yankee moment. I could add another Yankee moment in there. Jose Altuve's walk-off home run. Broseu's walk-off. That wasn't a walk-off home run. Was it?
No, it was like the top of the ninth.
It was a go-ahead, yeah. Broseu's home run. I can name
Broseu. Is he like French Canadian?
Broseu. Probably.
Broseu.
Broseu. His name is it's pronounced Broseu.
No, it's got to be Broseu.
It's gotta be.
No, it's pronounced.
It has to be Broseu.
I promise you, it's pronounced Broseu. If you go through MLB The Show, it says Broseu, and if you go through the Tampa Bay Rays announcers that year, they were saying Broseu.
Well, Baseball Reference has the pronunciation, and it says Brahso.
Broseu.
I don't know why.
Broseu is 1,000%. I've seen it.
All right, it's probably
there's a million last names that end in EAU, and they all are O.
Yeah,
it's probably right, but like I said, MLB The Show says Broseu, and the Tampa Bay Rays announcers said Broseu.
I know a million last names that end in EAO, and they all sound like O.
Okay, Andrew. Guys, I also have. I'm gonna flash you real quick. I made a diamond. I don't know if you saw it. I made a diamond. I made our 3 teams combined, what the team would look like. Okay? I went all around the diamond. I went 1 through 5, 1 through 7 with the pitching, and then I put a DH and I put a 5-man bench. Okay?
Do you have relievers too or no?
Yes, I did rotation relievers. I did five people for the rotation, 7 relievers, 5 people on the bench, 9 people on the diamond. Well, 8 people on the diamond, including the pitcher, and then a DH. All right. Now, this is the mess up that I was talking about before. Sorry, Vinny. I'm not putting Pete Alonso as my first baseman. I wrote Pete, okay, but I meant to put him in like my slot of like bench bats. He's gonna be my bench bat for first baseman. Rizzo's the first baseman. There's no debate right now. Like he's probably the best first baseman.
He's got 9 home runs already.
Like the dude's insane.
I would probably pick like 10 first basemen in baseball before I picked Alonso.
And Rizzo's one of them.
But out of the 3 teams, out of our 3 teams, would you?
Well, I love Alonso, but right now,
I'm saying, if you're making a team of Mets, Yankees, Red Sox, who's your first baseman?
Rizzo. No,
Rizzo.
Actually, it probably would be Alonso because Rizzo's hitting them in the short porch. I would pick Alonso. Alonso's been playing a great defensive first baseman too. He's been plunging all over the place.
And Rizzo's won 2 Gold Gloves at first base.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Alonso's career DRS is negative, like Jeter's.
Is it really?
Yes, and is using.
Yeah.
He's not a good defensive first baseman. He's not. Like, he's okay. Like, can you do better? Yes. Like, if Dom Smith was at first base, the defense would be much better because Dom Smith has good defense. It's literally like vice versa. Pete has the hitting, Dom has the defense.
Alonso has the stretching. He does yoga. He stretches, kicks.
All right. My second baseman Who's my second baseman?
DJ LeMahieu.
Vinny back. So like I said, my second baseman. Andrew's guess was LeMahieu. Vinny's guess.
I would say LeMahieu as well.
Wow, I put McNeil.
That's not well. Right now, McNeil. I mean, he had an RBI, two runs driven in today. He's been tearing it up, man. He's hitting like 345. Yeah, 2 hits
I mean,
today.
LeMahieu's a better defender. He's more versatile. He hits for average, hits for power.
I'm just going based on for the second baseman slot.
Yeah. Better defense, hits for average, hits for.
I don't know.
It's better defense, but I think all around Jeff McNeil's the better second baseman. Right now.
DJ LeMahieu he hits more for average, more for power, and a better fielder.
No, McNeil's.
I'm talking about right now. Right now, Jeff McNeil's doing better.
McNeil's average since the start of 2019, or since the start of 2019 season, has been like third or fourth highest in baseball. Yeah.
LeMahieu's definitely been top 5.
18, 19, and 20. He's been in the top 5 highest batting average in baseball, Jeff McNeil.
And if you don't count 2020, he's probably like literally right there.
2020, he was good. 2021, he was awful.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. 2021, not 2020.
It looks like he's himself again this year. He's been hitting the ball hard.
McNeil and LeMahieu have practically right now the same average, same amount of RBI, same OPS.
Really?
I'm still putting down Jeff.
Good for you, man.
I think McNeil is 100 times better player.
Thank you.
Wait, what? I said LeMahieu, right?
No. No, McNeil has only played, 2 full years, and one was a half a year, 2019 as well. And 2019, McNeil was the best hitter on the Mets. And Alonso had 120 RBIs that year and 50-something home runs. I still think I would have picked McNeil over Alonso that year. McNeil's my favorite Met. Can't throw her, James. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Go on about your love for McNeil.
I love Jeff McNeil.
My third baseman.
Donaldson? No. Well, he's shit now. But, are you talking more like literally like this season, last 20 games, or like?
I'm talking about literally this season, and like kind of their.
So you're going by a really small sample size.
Like I'm going by right now, but I'm also basing it kind of also with their career-wise too. It's like 90% right now, career-wise 10%. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if Judge had one home run right now and he was hitting like 150, I still think you'd pick him, for example. Yeah.
Well, Judge is my right fielder, but he's not hitting one home run.
No, he's saying hypothetically, even if he was, you should still pick him. So he's saying like, I agree, like this 20 game like judgment is.
All right. So my third baseman would be Devers.
Yeah, I would probably have that too.
As the commentators say,
18, 19, and 20, he was great. He was good. 2021, I think he was great. Okay. And this year, he's not as good as he started off last year, but he's still doing good. All right. My shortstop.
Lindor.
Yeah.
It is Lindor. It is Lindor. My brother was shocked I didn't put Bogarts down. Bogarts has a really good average right now, but the rest of his play has not been, as good as I'd want.
I do think Lindor is the best of all between the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Mets. I think Lindor is still the best shortstop. Yeah. Otherwise,
he's having a good season so far right now.
Of course, yeah.
All right, left fielder. He doesn't have to strictly play left field, okay? It could just be an outfielder in general. It's not Stanton.
Here's your DH, right? I forgot about
Stanton is my DH. Stanton.
Big National League guy.
Oh, yeah, I missed the last player that you said.
Left fielder.
Oh.
He doesn't have to strictly play left field. Like, these outfielders don't have to strictly play left
field. Yeah.
I platoon the outfielders. The infielders were strictly infield their position, but
probably Nimmo.
Kike Hernandez.
It's Nimmo. It is Nimmo. Kiki is not playing good.
Kike?
He's not playing good.
I figured you'd pick Kike.
No, he's not playing good. All right, center field.
Who are the Redfield's other outfielders? Is it Velasquez? Do they have a guy named Velasquez on the outfield, the Red Sox?
No, but they have a catcher named Vasquez.
I
No,
mean, Aaron Hicks has been all right, but it's definitely not him.
who's the right fielder for Arroyo, right?
It kind of platoons between a couple people.
Okay.
Is it Conforto?
He doesn't play.
Conforto's not playing right now.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Unsigned free agent who's getting shoulder surgery and missing the whole 2020.
Oh, I forgot who yeah.
Yeah, Conforto's not on the team. If you asked me last year,
Baseball news, bro.
I probably heard it at some point and then just completely forgot because it's irrelevant to me.
all right. Well, my center fielder is starting.
Thank you, bro. Marte. Really?
I completely forgot that Marte existed.
I did.
I wouldn't have picked him. The guy hits too many double plays. He's not hitting the ball the way he should be. He got thrown out stealing already today again. Yeah, he got thrown out stealing. I think more times he has stolen bases. Covers a lot of ground in the right field though. He's been playing a good right field and he has a good arm. But otherwise, he's really struggling right now, to be honest. But
Right field we already said is Judge. Okay.
you have Nimmo, Marte, and Judge in the outfield.
Yep.
It's a good outfield. That's a pretty good outfield.
So just all right. Now let's go through. We'll go through the starting rotation now. Okay.
Did we do catcher already?
Oh, we didn't do catcher. That's right. My catcher is
Vasquez.
It's Vasquez. Yes. And just because any sane human being would have a second catcher on their bench, I have a second catcher on my bench. So don't think that I think he's better than a lot of the players on the other teams, but yeah. I have him on the bench just because a sane manager would have a second catcher on the bench.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through the rotation now. My ace.
DeGrom.
Injured players are not on the team.
Okay. So Scherzer 1.
Scherzer 1. Number 2.
Cole 2. Well, no, because it's this is what I mean by literally right now. Like if a pitcher has 2 bad starts to start the year, he's literally Cole's not in your rotation.
He's in my rotation.
Okay. So is it Cortez?
It's not Nestor.
Nasty.
He's literally been the best pitcher out of those 3 teams. So it's like when you say like right now, it's like
Nestor Cortez is the best pitcher out of the 3 teams
over the past 4 starts.
So you're telling me Scherzer and Miguel aren't nearly as good? You're telling me Waka, who's pitched 5 more?
I'm saying your analogy of
the same.
Is it the player that we're talking about, or is it literally the 4 starts that we're talking about, and that's it? Because Cortez has had a better 4. Cortez is not better than Scherzer. He's not better than Cole, but he's had a 4-start stretch better than everybody.
Understandable. Okay.
This is where your logic comes halfway in between. It's like Cole's not on it because he sucks, but Cortez just isn't good, and you're trying to make me sound like an idiot by using common sense to say that he's worse than Scherzer.
No, stop.
And I'm trying to use your own logic about how Cole is not number 2.
I think you're thinking way too much into this. Okay, Cole is on my list.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, Cole's on my list. Yes, he's having a terrible start. He's having a terrible start. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. Okay. So, but he is on my list. Nestor Cortez is on my list. Okay. He's not number 2. Cole's not number 2. Okay.
So it's either Evaldi or McGill.
It's McGill probably. McGill.
Miguel's my number 2. Okay.
Let's have had the best pitching staff in baseball so far. They gave up no hits today, so I mean.
So listen, it goes Max, Miguel. Okay. To make you happy, my number 3 is Cole.
And your number 4 is Cortez.
Number 4 is Cortez. Number 5 is
Evaldi.
Nope.
Well, the Red Sox have no pitching.
Montgomery.
Nope.
Bassett.
Nope.
Cousin Taiwan.
Nope.
2 innings, 2 scoreless innings.
Severino.
Nope.
Tyone.
No, why are you guys missing this guy?
Is he a Red Sox?
No.
Oh, Severino?
He already said no. It's Carrasco.
That was literally that was the last guy I was going to guess because that was everybody else.
He is doing good this season. Last season he had to deal with an injury, and then seasons prior to that he was good. Okay, he was an all-star in 2019.
He had 2 or 3 incredible starts, and his last one was really bad. But I understand. Yeah.
So Cookie's my number 5. So Max, Miguel, Cole, Nestor, and then Cookie. All right, my rotation.
Dude, Andrew's got me weak, man. This man goes, "You're trying to make me look like an idiot by saying your
I
logic."
wasn't trying to make you look like an idiot.
Because I said Cole, but then we were talking about how he wasn't doing good. Then I said Cortez, and you're like, Cortez better than Scherzer?
But you listen, yes, like this year, okay, matters. Like in the 20-game stretch right now, yes, it matters. But other seasons do matter too. And Scherzer has blown any of the pitchers besides basically DeGrom out of the water.
Yeah, so he's saying if Scherzer has like an 8.5
that's why Scherzer's number 1.
Start the season, he'd still have him as a 4th or 5th starter. I guess that's what he's trying to say. But I know Andrew's logic I 100% agree with. Like that you're saying.
Okay.
Like, I do. Cole's been horrible. He's not my number 2 starter. But then it's like Nestor's been amazing, and he goes Nestor over Cole.
Okay. All right. My number 1 this is just bullpen. Honestly, guys, a lot of this might not make sense because I didn't put a lot of like thinking into the into the bullpen. Honestly. So if you guys see a lot of
the reason bullpen would be complicated for the Yankees is because Green and Loizaga, who outside of Chapman are the 2 best relievers on the team, have sucked this year. But everybody else, Holmes and literally every single person in the Yankees bullpen is like an under 1 ERA. Other than Green and Loizaga, who are the 2 best outside of Chapman.
Well, so this is. I'm just gonna say it, okay? I'm not gonna have you guys guess because it's like it
Can we guess the closer?
I didn't put a specific closer. I just put 7 relievers down. So, all right. The first reliever I put down. This was the first reliever that I put down in my mind, like right down. No.
Diaz.
King.
Michael King.
King.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
So good. Michael King, so good. All right, number 2.
Penny, do you know who that is?
Nope.
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Number 2, Whitlock. 3, Robles has been Hansel Robles.
Hansel, former Met legend. Yep. Hansel Robles.
The guy that points up like Edwin Diaz every single time he gives up a home run. All right, number 4.
That's so much, bro. You have no idea.
Number 4, Chapman. Number 5, Diekman. Number 6, Green. And number 7, Edwin.
They have 1 Met? The Mets bullpen's been incredible. Drew Smith has pitched 9 scoreless innings. And
but the rest of this team has also been good, 1 and 2.
The Yankees bullpen has been outstanding.
They have also been good last season too. All right, let's see if you guys are. Let's
9 games, 9.1 scoreless innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 0.00 ERA.
I don't know all this. I don't know.
Last year.
Listen, I don't know all of it off the top of my head. Listen, I don't know all of it off the top of my head, but I know Robles has 9 scoreless innings. Okay, yeah. 2. Hansel's been great. Okay, I don't know everything off the top of my head. Okay,
Robles was like this with the Mets, bro. He was either really good or really bad.
He went to the Angels and he did the same thing, and then with the Red Sox last year, he was mainly up. But then he had his sometimes where it was like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah. This year, he's been really good. All right. Here comes my bench. All right. I have 2 infielders, 2 outfielders, and a catcher.
That's Alonso, Story, Higashioka. How many outfielders?
I have 2 outfielders, 2 infielders, a catcher.
Gallo.
I would say one of the infielders is LeMahieu. It's got it. There's no way. There's no way.
Story. He probably has Story. Probably has Story over LeMahieu.
Well, yeah, Alonso is one of the bench infielder bats. I would say LeMahieu was the other. Apparently not by his reaction. Higashioka is the worst player on the fucking planet. It's not him.
Well, I figured
You want me to
maybe
say it? Do you want me to say it?
catcher, a defensive backup catcher. Yo, if he says McCann,
It's McCann. It's got to be.
It is McCann.
Because Higashioka is terrible.
McCann is the backup catcher.
I mean, maybe McCann for a backup catcher wouldn't be that bad, but for a first catcher, he's just been god awful for the past year and 20 games.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway,
McCann's my backup catcher. Am I just saying it?
no LeMahieu story.
Hold on. Am I just saying it?
No, you're not just saying it. We've been
You guys are gonna still guess? Okay.
Story.
I'll say one of the outfielders could be Hicks. He's been all right this year. I figured if you take the top 6 outfielders between those 3 teams, I'm pretty sure he's one of them.
Story has to be there.
Hicks is on there.
Okay.
Story's not on there.
And Stanton's your DH, right?
Dan's my DH, yes.
Story's not on.
Nope.
No.
So who would the infielder be if it's not LeMahieu?
I don't know, maybe Xander Bogaerts.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think LeMahieu's better than Bogarts by a lot.
So it's Bogarts and Alonso are your infielders.
Yeah.
And McCann's his third catcher, and his outfielder is
Second catcher.
That's 4. Sorry, I mean number 3 on the bench, number 2 is catcher, and that's his 4 bench guys right there.
So
It was 2 outfielders.
I have 2 outfielders, 2 infielders.
We got the 2 infielders. We got the catcher. We need the outfielders.
So Hicks and is it Gallo?
No, not Gallo.
Not Gallo. He's been atrocious with the Yankees. Couldn't put him down. Even though he's had good years with the Rangers, he's been atrocious with the Yankees. Couldn't put him down.
Wow.
I'd probably put him down if it was just strictly defense.
I don't know. So is it JBJ?
It's not JPJ. No way.
Is it Canna?
It's Canna.
Wow.
It is Canna.
That's dope.
I think Andrew's a little mad that LeMahieu's not on the list.
That's the only one. That's the only one. Everything else I agree with.
Probably LeMahieu over Hicks, but
I
Well,
honestly,
he's talking about if he's doing 2 outfielders, 2 infielders.
Yeah, listen. I'd put LeMahieu over Canna. I'd put LeMahieu over Canna, McCann, and Hicks, but I had to have a catcher, and he's not an infielder, and you have to have I was doing 2.
Yeah. If you're doing a logical team, I understand completely.
Yes, but the bench was kind of tricky with that.
But LeMahieu's a good guy to play all 3 positions too, so that's why it's a decent bench to have. But if you have Alonso there already, and you have, Raffy, as they say, Raffy.
All right, so to go over
Who'd you say was the third baseman again?
Raffy Devers.
I think LeMahieu could go over Devers, over McNeil, and over the guy that you said for the bench, which was Bogarts. I think he could go. And you said second baseman was McNeil.
Yeah.
I think LeMahieu is better than all 3.
With you, Andrew.
I can understand. Listen, I can understand you saying that over McNeil, but I can't see you saying that over Bogarts and Devers again. The reason being is because
over Bogarts, yes, maybe not over Devers.
I can't see him saying that over Bogarts or Devers. The reason why is because one, let's say you replace him with Xander, okay?
Xander.
Let's say you replace him with Bogarts, okay?
Yeah.
Who's gonna play shortstop if Lindor's not playing there? Okay. Nobody on the team has shortstop experience, and none of them have the versatility for shortstop. Maybe DJ, but that's still not really good enough. Okay, that's one. And let's say you replace him with Devers. Okay, Devers is a far much better hitter. I don't want to. Yes, he is.
You're talking in the last 20
19,
games?
I'm not talking about the last 20 games. I'm just listen. I understand.
We're back to this.
Listen, yes, we're back to this. Yes, the last 20 games do matter, but Devers
And 2019 and 2020 and 2021 and the last 20 games. I would take LeMahieu.
No way.
I mean, LeMahieu had a great
And LeMahieu is a far superior defender than Devers is at third base.
and Bogart. But that shortstop, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
And listen, I cannot, like I said, I can understand why you'd say that with McNeil, but I can't with Bogarts and Devers. I can't.
Listen, I think McNeil's a great guy to have on any team you ever build. Over LeMahieu, I don't know. But I love McNeil at second. I do definitely love McNeil at second. The only Mets I would really have when it comes to field players between these three would be Nimmo. Between these three teams would be Nimmo and Lindor. And most of the Mets, the rest pitchers.
And McCann is the backup catcher.
Maybe even.
There's Higashioka is the worst player known to man.
What about Trevino?
His whole 5 at-bats in his career.
I mean, you could choose Kinder Falefa, who has experience as a catcher. He's a catcher as well.
But he's not a top player.
Absolutely not. But he's like a fifth bench guy.
Oh,
then line up every day.
Then I never showed you this. I showed Andrew before you joined, but I mean, I might as well show it just because we're on the podcast. But I got something so beautiful.
Show me.
So beautiful.
What
You're not going to know whose signature it is, but it's a signed bat from the Red Sox number 1 prospect, Marcelo Meyer.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. That's dope.
It's freaking beautiful.
Hopefully it's worth something big. Where does he play?
He's a shortstop.
Oh, Bogart's getting a contract from another team then. Soon.
I don't think so. They'll probably make Devers a if anything, I could see this happening. They'll make Devers a DH because if his defense doesn't improve, then it's not going to end up.
And then when this guy gets called up, he'll play third.
No, he'll play short. Story to third. Bogarts to second. Because Story is a very good defensive player. He's a better defensive player than Bogarts is. The only issue is Bogarts doesn't want to leave shortstop yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This kid who's getting called up would have last priority in terms of what position.
I do understand that, but by the time he gets called up, I do think that Bogarts' defense is already going to be worse than it is now. So they're already going to want. Bogarts already said at the tail end of his career, like towards the end, he has no problem moving to second base. But right now, he's a shortstop. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So I think by the time he comes up, maybe Bogarts would still play shortstop, but he'd guide Marcelo Meyer into the position, something. I guess I'm trying to think of someone that's like that. That's it.
Well, A-Rod moved to third.
Well, yeah, you're right.
For Jeter,
And
A-Rod was a much better fielder than Jeter.
Much better shortstop than Jeter was. I think Andrew would agree with that.
Player.
Yeah. There's a reason Jeter didn't win a Gold Glove till after A-Rod moved.
Anyway, listen. Like I said, I think Bogarts would be second, Story would be third, and then Marcelo Meyer would be short. If that's what the team still looks like, and then Devers at DH. I hope we keep Devers and Bogarts. I really do. My heart ripped out of my chest when we traded Mookie Betts. Okay. Like it literally, it was like the Grim Reaper reached in my freaking chest and pulled my heart out when we traded Mookie Betts. That's how it's going to feel if Bogarts and Devers sign somewhere else.
Well, I think that Bogarts is gonna leave Boston.
I could see both of them leaving Boston. I can. Sad world.
I don't know about Raffy. Why would they both leave? So, you could pay one of them.
The Red Sox can pay both.
Yeah, but that's probably not going to happen.
I understand that. I'm just saying they can.
Raffy.
Raffy. And then
So funny they call him that for some reason.
and then
Raffy. Like a
Judge
cute,
is
beautiful dog.
Judge said he's going to take phone calls from all 30 teams. How do you feel about that, Andrew?
This is right. If the Yankees don't offer him the most money, then that's a Yankees problem, not a Judge problem.
You
The
think
Yankees are gonna pay him later.
You think
If
that
the Yankees don't offer him more money than the other 29 teams, that's a Yankees problem, not a Judge problem.
Let me ask you a question, Andrew. Let's say Aaron Judge signs with, I'm just going to throw a random team out there, the San Francisco Giants, okay?
Yeah.
For more money than the Yankees offered. All right. Is he going to be the new Robinson Cano?
I don't know. No. Well, the Yankee. You mean like how if he gets booed when he goes back?
Yes.
It'll all be situational because the thing is, like, the Yankees gave Cano more money per year, but he took the deal with the Mariners because he wanted more years. But if the Giants legitimately give by far the better offer, then no. But if it's like comparable, then probably. Like if the Yankees offer him $100 million and the Giants offer him $400 million.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Wow.
But I don't think he's going to get $400 million. So
I don't think he'll get $100 million either.
I think Judge will get $100 million.
No, I mean in the middle.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Like he's not going to get 400, but it'll be more than 100.
I say he probably gets around the range because I don't think much teams are going to bid for him.
I think 250 to 3.
I think he's probably going to get around the 253 million, 300 million mark.
Since you mentioned the Giants,
lowest I could see him getting is like 230, 240. That's the lowest I could see him getting, and then the highest I could see him getting is 310.
He's also 30, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's going to be 30 years old. So he's probably going to get 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, now that you mentioned the Giants, I forgot that I missed Jock Peterson on my list, my least favorite players.
Come on, dude. Jock Peterson is so awesome.
No, he's not.
My God, I can't believe this. I want to go just for I mean, by the time this video comes out, everybody would have, already seen what happened or, saw what happened. But I just want to get it on video.
Should make an all MLB team. Right now, a team that's going to go to the World Series, all of MLB, make a team based on the last 20 games.
I'd have to really think about that. You can't. Yeah, I can't just
Yankees.
Just all the Yankees.
What do you mean? You said pick a team that's going to go to the World Series?
No, an all MLB team that we would make.
Oh, so like the best player in each position?
Yeah.
And center field is Trout. Third baseman is Arenado. First base is Rizzo.
We must do it.
Probably.
The closest thing to a hit tonight was this sinking liner by Gene Segura.
A catch by Nimmo.
He saved a no-hitter.
No-hitter.
Let's just get to the... Oh, there's the celebration.
Sharp so far.
Here's the last at-bat.
Real Muto looks very overmatched in this at-bat.
Yeah.
They all did against Diaz. They all did.
Diaz had his best stuff tonight.
Diaz is a monster. And this was very clutch. He needed 3 huge outs to get a no-hitter, and he got them. He struck out the side.
And now the Phillies are down to their final strike.
Sometimes you can just tell, man, when he's on, he's on.
Jock Knock him out.
5 Met pitchers combined for the second no-hitter in New York Mets history.
Can't read that, right?
Touches.
Pathetic. The P in the Phillies logo. Pathetic. That's funny.
What? What a
Good.
game. Seriously, just what a game. That's all I have to say about that. I enjoyed watching that game from the second inning and then the seventh and on. Funny thing is, I actually woke up my brother right before the ninth inning started. I was like, David, I just want to let you know, the Mets have a no-hitter going into the ninth. Do you want to, watch? And he was like, wait, what? And, he got up. Yeah, he was sleeping. He was taking a nap.
During a Met game?
He fell asleep before the Met game.
Oh, my goodness. Well, who knew? No.
He's probably going to be awake until 5 in the morning now.
I really don't want to root for the Yankees to make it to the World Series, but I wouldn't mind seeing a 2000 rerun.
I would like to see that.
I'd honestly really, that's the only way I'd like to see the Yankees in the World Series, is if it's a Mets-Yankees World Series.
Yeah.
I think we all should go to a World Series game if that happens.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, we should go to a World Series game if any of our teams make it.
Well, yeah, I agree. I really wanted to go to the 2018 World Series in Fenway, and I thought I kind of had my dad on the ropes about going, but I didn't get him on the ropes until they were in Dodger Stadium. So I thought if they were able to come back for game 6 or 7, I was like, Dad, we should just buy tickets and go. And he was like, yeah, maybe. I thought I could have went, but obviously they finished it in 5. So
I'm actually going to be in Los Angeles, outside in the LA area, the last week and a half of October. Not the last week and a half, but in October. So I'm hoping for some sort of Los Angeles playoff appearance, no matter who they play. So I would love to go.
So James, if the Red Sox and Mets compete in the World Series, are you getting one of those half jerseys split down the middle?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like that guy. I'm going to wear a Red Sox jersey and that hat.
Legend.
I'm the first guy to do that. He stole my thunder.
That guy's super dope.
And that was at a neutral Yankee game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a Yankee game. I wasn't even it was against. I don't know who it was against. It wasn't against the Red Sox or Mets.
Yeah, it was a neutral Yankee game.
Yeah. So, guy's a legend for that. Surprised he didn't.
Sure, it wasn't against the Red Sox. I think it was against the Red Sox.
I don't think so. We only played the Yankees once, right? And I don't think it was in the beginning.
No.
You know who's a dope guy? And I actually met him.
Draft Neck Mark. Who?
The thumb down guy.
Lindor?
No. Do you know who I'm talking?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Not the slightest clue what you're trying to read.
Yeah, the guy who just held his hand like this. The old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll show you. He probably doesn't know because it happened in 2020. This guy.
It was a fake season. I don't watch fake season. Legend.
Yeah, I met him.
Die hard Mets.
I went to a Met game. I went to it was a Met game. It was the game that Jacob deGrom was versing the Cubs, and he struck out 8 in the 9. I met him at that game.
You recognized him?
Yeah. I was walking with my friend. His name happens to be Vinny, too.
Uh-huh.
I was walking with him, and I go, Vinny, that's the thumb downs guy. And he goes, oh, shit, it is. I got a picture with him and everything. You know what? I'm going to see if I can find it. Just, what's the date of that Met game that happened? Grom strikes out 8 of 9. No, just bring up the game where he struck out 8 in a row in 2014.
Yeah, man. For our next episode, we have to make an all MLB team based on the first 20 games, or 20, 30, whenever we record.
Guys, keep talking while I figure this out.
Mets and Yankees best records in the AL/NL.
What did you say?
The Mets and Yankees have the best records in the AL and NL.
Yeah. Like we said, I know people are already talking about 2000 rerun, but
all right, it happened June 16th. I got to go to June of 2021.
wow, the guy with the Santana jersey on—that's really, really crazy.
Yeah, that was.
He would have to be wearing a Johan Santana jersey when the Mets pitched no-hitter, combined no-hitter. Sugar performed, man. Tonight was so special. It really was. These guys really deserved it.
So apparently, offense is down, and people are talking about it. Like runs per game are at like not an all-time low, but like a low compared to recent memory. I haven't noticed it watching from game to game. Other people tell me they have. Other people told me they haven't.
For Yankees?
You guys, what?
For the Yankees?
Baseball. Runs are down.
I don't know. Striking out is the new cool now, I guess. So maybe that's why. Nobody wants to make contact. It's either home run or nothing. That's not really how it's been for these guys.
Yeah.
I haven't been seeing like home runs all over the place, really. You've been seeing pretty decent baseball games so far for what I've been watching.
Guys, I'm going to share my screen in a second.
Yeah, Higashioka right now is a 143 batting average on the year.
Well, that's close to his career average too. That's not that long.
It's probably not much above 2.
I don't even know if it is. It's really.
I'm pretty sure it's at least 2.
Higashioka's career average is 178. 178 in 459 plate appearances, but wow, he doesn't walk either. He doesn't
Take him
walk.
Why would he walk? Who would walk?
There we go.
Legend. Dude, this guy's an icon. The fact that you recognize that dude.
Just walking through. Is that? Yeah, I have 2 photos.
So I do have something funny to talk about though. So
and then wait, one last thing. And then this is the teacher right here. Right there. That's the guy that made me into a Red Sox fan. All credit to him, basically.
Oh Lord.
This guy is a goat right here. His name's Mr. Gross.
I still can't believe you're a Red Sox fan.
So that I was going to say how you actually like the Mets. I don't like the Mets in particularly, yet you were the number one hated guy at that stadium, and everyone liked me.
Yeah, well, that's because you went neutral.
Yeah.
I had a New York Rangers hockey jersey on top and a Brooklyn Nets jersey underneath. I didn't know if it was going to be hot or cold. So I was wearing the Rangers jersey. Everyone's screaming, go Rangers, go Rangers. And then when I took the Nets jersey on, everyone's screaming, go Nets, go Nets. So no one had any idea I was a Yankee fan who didn't care for the Mets at all. I was getting cheers left and right no matter which jersey I had on. You had your Red Sox jersey, we got at least like 5 like screw yous.
Which is weird because usually I get more negative than positives, okay? But I usually get at least 2 positives. I didn't get 1.
What would the
positive would be like great jersey, bro, or like yeah,
the Yankees
Red Sox, or like something like that. Like that would that stuff would always happen.
Yeah, you didn't get 1.
I didn't get
positive.
1.
I got 1 like Islanders fan at the end on the way out of the stadium.
Yeah. But listen, now that I have a Mets jersey, okay, I'm going to be one of those guys. I'm gonna go to Met games with Mets jersey now. Okay.
With the Red Sox hat?
No, only if that's a Yankee game. And I'm gonna be the fan that starts the chants of "Let's go Mets." Record. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna be the fan that starts chanting "Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets!" And I'm gonna get that chant going, and then whoever's up the bat is gonna hit a fucking moon shot, okay? And they're gonna pimp the home run. They're gonna flip the bat so high it's gonna go over the netting and into the crowd. Yeah.
And I'm gonna cheer and love it. And then the other team does it, I'm gonna get mad.
At least she's honest about it.
You guys want to hear something funny? So, I got free Duck tickets. Okay, like this Duck game was the 23rd. Okay, so this was 6 days ago, basically. And I was heckling the crap, okay, out of York Revolution, okay? They're an Atlantic Coastal League based out of Pennsylvania, okay? I was heckling the shit out of them, okay? Every single time, something would happen, I'd say, "You suck! You're a bum!" Stuff like that, okay? Andrew, do you remember, maybe you don't because he was in the Red Sox organization, but maybe you'd know, okay? Do you remember a former Red Sox prospect? He was like a number 2 or 3 prospect named Sam Travis. He was a first baseman. He was supposed to be this really up and coming
recently.
No, this isn't recent. I mean, I think he recently played in the as recent. It was 2018 or 19 as he played in the organization. But he was
thinking of the guy on the Brewers.
I'm pretty sure he got drafted number 1 or 2.
Yeah.
In the Red Sox in one of the drafts, and then he was just always stuck in the minors because he never really developed as well, and he was the number 2 or 3 prospect at one point.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's now out of Major League Baseball. He plays for the Ducks. Okay, and he was up to bat one game. One of the at bats, and I said to my mom and my sister, I was like, "It's dinger derby time." Bases were loaded. He fucking pimped a home run into deep left field. I was fucking screaming. Okay, I was like, "Get this fucking bum off the mound. He sucks." I was heckling the shit every single time an ump would call a ball, even though it was clearly every single time he called a strike. No, hold on. Sorry. Every single time he called a ball, even though it was clearly a ball, and I wanted it to be a strike, or vice versa, depending who was up to bat, what team was up to bat, I'd be like, "Come on, Blue, get your eyes in check."
Could they hear? Were you saying? You were saying
yeah,
close.
They definitely heard me. Fucking Narnia heard me, dude. I was yelling. Listen, you know how it is. It's like a minor league game.
Yeah. It's
they can hear you.
Yeah.
And I was sitting behind home plate.
Yeah.
There was this one guy. He struck out looking. I was like, "Yeah, go back to the freaking dugout, you bum." I said that, and as he was walking back to the dugout, he dropped the bat because he was flipping it, and he dropped the bat. And I go, "Look at you, you bum! You can't even hold on to the bat. That's why you struck out." He looks at me, and then he just keeps walking. And I know for a fact he said something to his manager because he looks over to his manager as he's walking down the steps. He says something, and then the manager looks at me. I know
I was calling an LIU game earlier this year, a month ago, and there was a guy in one of the fraternities, the bleachers and the press box, right next to each other. So we can hear everything the crowd is doing. Usually they cheer, whatever. It's it's one small set of bleachers that's usually full. Mm-hmm. This one guy was heckling they were playing Iona College, they were dog shit terrible. They lost, they were 0-13 coming into the season. They lost to Tennessee early in the year, 27-2. So LIU beat them 12, double digits almost each game. But one of the games, one of the guys from the fraternity was there, and he's heckling each player on the other team individually. And I was talking to the guy after the game, and he told me how he was literally going on the athletics website for Iona and looking up the players so that he can attack personally. So he knew each player's name too just by going on, and then he was going on their Instagram and stuff mid game just to find things to say. And one of them had an academic scholarship that it said on his player profile. And the guy it was the third baseman made 2 hours in, and he goes, "They're gonna take your scholarship away." And and then another guy, he was like, "Is your scholarship academic?" I don't remember a lot of the things that he said, but they were so creative and so personal. I'm trying not to laugh as I'm talking on the radio.
It's a frat guy?
Yo, listen.
Yeah. One of the I was trying not to laugh my ass off. Because the press box is me and my friend from the radio station. We were doing the game for the conference's TV app and our radio station, simulcasting it. And then it's the athletics department people on the other side of the press box, and they're all pissed off because they They were like, "Who is it? We got to get him out of here. We have to tell someone to tell him to stop." It was about 5 innings before they actually got, because I saw who it was right away. I looked to my side and I saw who I could see who it was, and like they couldn't figure it out. There was like the 3 of them next to me, and then they finally got someone to tell the guy like, "Shut up" or leave.
Listen,
it explains that he's
Andrew,
a frat guy.
He was getting so personal.
Andrew,
like I don't even remember a lot of the things he was saying, but it was like really bad. Like not like bad, but it was just like I never would have came up with any of it. It was so
I
creative.
guarantee you, okay, if LIU just hires me as a personal heckler, okay, I will go to every single one of their home baseball games, okay, and every single time I will heckle the opposing team and the umpires, okay, no problem. You guys just pay me and I'll go and do it. It doesn't even have to be a lot. It could be like $30 a game. Don't care. Just pay. Listen, just do you have to pay for tickets at the college? No. Okay. Do you have to pay for food and drink? Is there like concessions there?
There's no concessions.
Okay. All right. Then never mind. All you have to do is just $30 for me to go. That's it. I will heckle.
I don't even get paid for calling the games on radio or the NEC app.
Okay, but to be fair, a heckler is more important than the radio host. Just saying. Like, listen. Oh, there was this. Oh my God. Anybody, like us three are gonna freaking get this joke, okay? I heckled the opposing pitcher. He was a lefty, okay? The dude was that game, he was atrocious, okay? He really was. And I was like, get this guy off the mound. He's a fucking bum. The dude's the Atlantic Coastal Patrick Corbin. I think you guys get that, correct?
Yeah,
just because he's bad?
Yes, because Patrick Corbin has been atrocious since 2019. 2020 and 2021, he was bad. Okay? So I was heckling him, calling him the Patrick Corbin of the Atlantic Coastal League. My mom and sister were like, what are you even saying? I'm like, and then I said this one, okay? So the umpire called a ball, okay, that, I knew it was a ball. It hit the dirt. But like, just to heckle for the hell of it, I said, come on, Blue. You're giving this guy a get-out-of-jail-free card. This is baseball, not Monopoly.
So stupid.
I was coming up with, like, these little things, and they were freaking great.
Picture that, but personally directed at each person by name. That's what this guy was doing.
I can't deal with that. If that was me at the plate and somebody was saying stuff, like I would just hop the fence with my bat and go into the crowd and come face and be like, what do you say? What you gonna say to me now? I got a bat.
Joey Votto can't do that.
You can look at your face and you're a frat boy. No, Joey Votto can't do that. He's a Major League Baseball player, not a college baseball player.
And Vinny promotes what that college baseball pitcher did to the.
And like one of the guys, like he was a transfer student. Like Iona is probably like bare bones, like probably of the worst Division I schools for baseball. Like they're good at other sports, but they're just bad at baseball. But you can't change divisions based on what sport because the NCAA is the same parameters.
Yep.
So they just have to deal with the fact that they suck at baseball. But like the one of the guys on one of the teams, he transferred from a D2 school to Iona. And then like the guy said, like after he struck out, like, you're gonna be going back to this school. It would happen to be like the D2 school that he came from. Or it was a junior college.
The D2.
I did. It's the difference is Joey Votto would turn around and like personally insult the fan.
Yeah, he called the fan fat.
You're just gonna threaten the fan with a bat.
Yeah, you're gonna threaten the fan with a bat, but he's just gonna call another person fat. That's it.
Well,
hey Votto, I remember when you used to be good. Oh really? I remember when you used to be thin.
Would you rather get called fat or would you rather get threatened with a bat even though I'm not gonna hit you?
I'd rather be called fat than be threatened. I have no idea who you are. I don't know if
But I'm not going to hit anybody with the bat.
They don't know that. All you're doing is getting called fat. I mean, I understand it's like some people like really take that personally, but like I'd much rather get called fat than have someone with a bat say that they're going to hit me upside the head with it.
I wouldn't say I'm going to hit you upside the head with this. I'm just going to say like, hey, what did you say? Why don't you say it again to me? The kid would be like, oh no,
why can't you just call him fat?
My fraternity's going to get mad at me. I'm going to get kicked out of sine, cosine, theta, and sine, cosine, tan is going to kick me out, and I'm not going to be able to go to parties anymore. Take it easy on me, please. Yeah, that was funny. If I don't know if everybody's seen that viral video of the pitcher
The pitcher being a little bitch because he couldn't handle a home run getting hit off of him.
who speared a hitter. Yeah.
That's the worst thing on the planet. How
Hold
dare
on,
Vaughn?
hold on. I got an even better one. This one is great.
That's something I
Oh,
would
is it the Jock Peterson, like, shut the fuck up? You
No,
fucking
no, it's
pussy?
not that one.
Yeah. Because if I was a player, I would be that guy too. I would be that guy too, who didn't take no trash talking or anything.
You've got 10 Octobers off now. 10 straight Octobers off. Come on, you could have had it all with LA.
Here it is. Here it is. This is freaking amazing. This is an amazing one. This isn't amazing for the player. The player looked like a fool after the 2020 season, but
10 Octobers off now. 10 straight Octobers off. Come on, you could have had it all with LA. What? What?
What did he say?
he said to the Dodger fan, he goes, "I bet you my contract that the Padres win a World Series before the Dodgers do."
And when was that? That was
2019.
Oh Lord.
And what
I bet
happened in
you
2020?
Dodger had a contract. Yeah.
He's got to give his contract to the player, to the.
I feel like if that player actually, like, wanted to take it to court, he would actually get something because he's got proof that he said it.
Yeah, he might actually be able to. That's funny.
Legend.
Like, he would. I don't think the court would give him his full contract, but they'll probably be like, "You said it. You give him $1 million."
Wow. Yeah, but that pitcher who speared the hitter, who hit a home run off of him, he
He's a
hit
little
it and
little baby.
gored him.
Can't deal with a freaking home run hit off you.
He rocked that guy real good too. That was a really, really
What
hard
a
hit.
baby.
That was crazy.
What a baby. He should.
That
He
was
deserves to lose.
legendary.
He deserves to lose his scholarship.
This is what you call a big baby.
Say that's what it was. Say it again.
Suck my.
That's a big
fucking
baby.
Oh, suck it.
That's a big baby right there.
No,
That's a
it's not.
classless man.
No.
That's a class. I have no respect for anybody
Hold
who says
on,
something
Vinny.
like that.
Vinny.
There are kids in the crowd, bro. You don't
Hold on.
talk like
Hold on.
Yeah.
Time out real quick. Okay. All right.
you don't talk like that.
You want to say he's not? You want to say he's classless? All right. No problem. Go ahead. No issue. But you cannot say that you have a problem with this, and then say you have a problem with the pitcher spearing a batter after he hit a home run off of him. Now, yes, the whole thing is, yeah, he was talking shit there. Okay, but there's no evidence of that. Okay. So you cannot say that he was doing it. So all you have to go base on is the video, and the video shows the pitcher spearing him. You cannot say you're okay with one thing and not okay with the other.
I'm not sympathetic at all for the guy who got speared. I think it's funny, but I don't think the guy should have gotten absolutely wrecked. He could have gotten badly injured. The guy could have gotten injured where that guy got mauled. He could have gotten his neck broken or something. That guy, he didn't see it coming at all.
But were you okay with it? Were you okay with it?
I do not support that behavior from the pitcher. I don't support that behavior from the pitcher whatsoever.
Okay, because listen, I found it funny too. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked watching it because the guy talked and he shouldn't have been talking. He shouldn't have been acting like a
you
punk.
don't do that.
He got punked. But that's what we heard from somebody who was there.
One person.
How many people do you need to hear it from?
I need to practically hear for myself other than one person. How do you know that one person didn't go to that school or wasn't friends with him or family of the pitcher?
Well, you don't know. I mean, the chances of that is just very, very unlikely. I mean, it's the only source you have. Doesn't mean you have to believe it, but
we have video. We have
consider
video. Okay.
yeah.
We have video of him not saying anything. Him just.
Well, he lost his scholarship.
Here.
He completely.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah, I'm sure. He
Wait,
did.
so I think I saw this, but I missed like a lot of the context. It was
The pitcher. Oh, okay. So the story goes. I'm gonna say from Vinny's perspective, or from like Vinny's like not Vinny's perspective exactly, but like what like Vinny was saying, and then what I'm saying. Okay, Vinny was saying there was a pitcher who had a home run hit off of him. Okay, and as the guy was rounding third, he
This is college baseball?
Yes, he just literally ran at like up to him from the pitcher's mound and speared him.
As he's rounding third?
Yes, speared him. Okay. And the bench is cleared. Everybody got separated. You know, there was really no harm, no foul. The batter like seemed okay. Like he ended up getting up on his own feet, walking away, no issue. But apparently, the batter, as he was rounding first, was talking shit. Okay, but that's coming from one person. The video shows nothing of that happening. Okay, but it also doesn't.
The video of it.
But if Vinny, if you could find the video, could like.
Well, I'm sure I could send it to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it.
If Vinny can find the video, then yeah, we can definitely show it. But so basically, the only issue is with the video, it doesn't show him when he hits the home run or when he's rounding first. It shows him when he gets to third base and he starts rounding third base.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one person saying that, but he also why would you talk shit at first and not talk shit when you're crossing the plate and stuff like that? Like
yeah,
you know, like that stuff doesn't make any sense to me. So all we have is a video of the pitcher spearing the batter, okay? And the pitcher lost his scholarship. He's kicked out of college. He got taken off the baseball team.
There's a police investigation going on.
About it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the dude assaulted him. This isn't like MLB baseball stuff. Like, this is college.
That's even why it's like less of like an assault. Fights happen on campuses all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna make you host.
Yes, I'm going to show this video.
Yeah. Oh, you got to back it up a little.
The commentator. Boom!
Oh, okay, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, the dude just spears him out of nowhere.
And he gets up though. Look, he's on the floor somewhere.
Yeah, because the guy's obviously a freaking G.
He pretty much tackled him like a football player.
Yeah. I mean, he probably got a scholarship for another college for football.
He what?
He probably got a scholarship for another like school for football. Like, look at that. He comes out of nowhere. The catcher runs over to him like, dude, what are you doing?
That's so crazy.
Like, listen, it's funny. It is hilarious, okay? I love when stuff like that happens, but at the same time, totally undeserving.
Thank God the kid was okay. He got back up, and you know you don't want anybody.
His neck wasn't broken or anything. Like, he could have
gotten
gotten
killed.
Could have gotten seriously killed, like hurt.
Thank God the kid's okay. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know the story, so we don't know.
I think that's a little bit dramatic to say. I mean, people fall all the time. There's no reason a college-age athlete falls and dies.
He got absolutely rocked in the chest.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
It'll sting for a second. I mean, I'm
not listen. If you get hit in the rib, like because it was towards the side, he could have got hit in the rib.
Hard, bro.
Hard.
Okay, rugby players do it without padding or anything every day.
Understand?
Tackled, but not speared like they're freaking.
Have you seen college rugby?
Listen, rugby is kind of insane. Okay, rugby is very insane. Okay, but do keep in mind, okay, just because it happens to some people doesn't mean it can happen to others.
And blindsided too. The kid never saw it.
Get him right.
Okay, so the NCAA only has rugby for women, not men. I would not mess with any of the rugby girls on like any like at LIU. I would not mess with any. They would kill me.
To be fair, a lot of people kill you, Andrew.
No, that's not true. I would.
Just joking, Andrew. We love you. Oh, I'm getting a nice stretch going right now, guys. Felt great. No, but seriously, just because it can happen with some people, doesn't mean it can happen with the other. That dude got speared. His rib probably could have broke from that shit and could have punctured a lung, something like that. Like, that stuff could happen. And that, like, or like whiplash, like his fucking neck snapping like that too fast.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, it's no different than any other contact sport.
Listen, no, I agree. I agree. Okay, but there's hold on. There is a difference. When you're signing up to football, you're understanding, okay, that stuff is going to happen. When you sign up for baseball, you're not thinking that when you hit a home run, the pitcher's going to come out and spear you out of nowhere. This isn't WWE. Like, you understand. Listen,
he wasn't minding his own business. He had no idea what. No, he was lost in space. The kid was lost in space, and he gets rocked out of nowhere and swept off his feet.
You guys see the video when Tim Anderson flipped off the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget, he like picked something up and then he just goes like this. He got suspended 2 games for that, right?
Yeah. And Jock Peterson doesn't get suspended for saying what he said?
I think it was mainly because it was at a specific individual and it wasn't like relative to the whole stadium.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was like, "Suck my dick, you fucking pussy." Go.
Yeah, that's not something you say at a baseball game when there are little
Why
kids
not?
in the
There's
there are
young
kids
people.
in the crowd
Listen,
trying to have a good time.
say worse than that.
I'm a parent and I'm a father, and my son or daughter, my young child, is sitting next to me. That's not something that I want them to hear.
You saw what the guys sitting next to us were doing.
What were they doing?
Yeah, like the guy sitting right next to me. He was saying, "Fuck this guy, fuck that." He was.
Oh yeah. Listen,
Man.
when I was heckling at the Ducks game, okay, I made sure to keep it very no profanity. Only because when you go to a Ducks game, it's a lot more kids.
Yeah, it's like promotional events. Like,
Yes.
I think I've only been to one Ducks game in my life, and it was with like the Boys and Girls Club I used to volunteer at.
I've been to multiple Duck games in my life.
I'd want to go to more. I just haven't.
Dude, they're like $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Like, they're cheap as hell. The tickets I got were free, but like where we were sitting were like, I think $25. Like, that's nothing. That's literally nothing. $25 won't even get you a freaking hot dog at Citi Field. It's true. I mean, it won't. It won't. What's happening?
Crazy, man.
It's insane. Anyway, I'm being
Talk about
serious.
the Kershaw thing.
What?
Or when was the last time we recorded? We talked about Kershaw, right?
No.
We
No.
didn't.
Not about his no-hitter.
Okay,
No.
it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was his first start of the season.
We haven't recorded in all of April.
I don't think we talked. No, his first start of the season wasn't.
Right, it was late.
Yeah, it was later. And honestly,
So-
we probably just forgot to talk about it because I know we didn't talk about it.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I understand why, but I think it would be pretty cool if they let him finish.
I think it's terrible. Again, McGill, young guy. You have the whole season left. His career is barely starting. You're not going to risk him going a million pitches at the start of the year. Or if it was a guy like Cortez, same thing. If it's either a young player or a team that hasn't won a World Series in a long time, and you don't want your best player to be like have a tired arm by October, it makes sense. Kershaw has done everything in his career but pitch a perfect game. The Dodgers just won the World Series 2 years ago. So it was 88 pitches after.
Let me stop you there real quick. Okay. Would it change your mind if, okay, Clayton Kershaw said, "I completely agree with him pulling me"?
He did. That's what he said.
Yeah, he did. So does that change your mind?
No, because of course he's going to say that. What is he going to say? No, fuck Dave Roberts?
Well, no, he's not going to say that, but he's going to say, "I wish, he would have let me
No,
pitch."
you don't say that. When you're a humble guy like Kershaw, you listen to what the manager says.
I still think he was all right with him getting pulled.
I don't think he wanted to be pulled.
I don't think he wanted to, but
I'm not saying even him, but I'm saying
I think he was all right getting pulled. The reason why I think he was all right, because if he truly wasn't all right with that, yes, he's a humble guy, but he's done it before. keep me in this game. Let me, like, he's done that in the past. So if he truly wasn't all right with it, he would have said something when he was on the mound.
I agree to that to an extent, but I just don't think there's any reason they should have pulled him. What do they gain? Like, what is saving 2 innings out of him do for him? He's at the tail end of his, not tail end of his career, but his prime is done. He's already won a World Series. He's done everything in the books, statistical-wise, achievement-wise.
Probably won't have another chance to do it, and he might not have another chance to do it for a while.
That's what I'm saying. He's done every single thing in the book but pitch a perfect game.
How many pitches?
He's not a young guy. It's not an up-and-coming team. It's not like if they lose Kershaw, they're done. This is your franchise player, a chance to do something he's never done and probably never will do. There's no reason they should take
just 80 pitches, too.
Yeah.
Well, I understand 2 innings could turn into 40 pitches, but worst comes to worst. I mean, the guy's been pitching for over a decade. God forbid he throws max.
I wish he would have, but I understand why he didn't.
Yeah. I just don't think it makes sense. Trust me, if Buck Showalter tried pulling Scherzer, Buck Showalter's head would have been taken off.
Yeah. Get this. You know, I just looked something. I was just researching the Long Island Ducks, and 2021 Long Island Duck Ian Kinsler, former four-time All-Star.
He played for the Long Island Ducks.
Two-time Gold Glover, World Series champion.
He played for the Long Island Ducks.
Yes, he played for the Long Island Ducks in 2021.
That's fucking insane. Ian Kinsler was my favorite, like one of my favorite like players. And then when he got to the Red Sox in 2018, I was like, fuck yeah.
Former Met Ty Kelly. Former Red Sox, 4-time All-Star.
There's an LIU alumni on the team now.
Rich Hill.
What about him?
Rich Hill played for the Ducks. Rich Hill played for the Ducks in 2015.
Oh, wow. He just wanted to play baseball, probably, because those guys don't make money.
No, they don't. They make like, I think they make like $2,500 a month.
Yeah.
They don't make money. No, they don't. Anyway, well, a lot of them have side jobs. A lot of them do.
They work in the off season.
And unless if you're, like, for example, Ian Kinsler, you're not working in the off season.
I just want to play baseball. You're almost 40 years old. You have a decent career. You just want to play baseball again.
A lot of people will do that. They'll find like an indie league and play in it. And the Atlantic Coastal League is a fairly, like good indie league.
Yeah, and guys like I think Brandon Phillips, he's still playing baseball elsewhere and God knows where and Ichigo, Japan.
Manny Ramirez played baseball all the way up until 2019.
Yeah.
And he's how old? Fucking Jose Bautista tried making a comeback as a pitcher in the
Colon still plays in the Mexican League.
Yeah, Colon's. To be fair, the Mexican League is filled with a bunch of teenagers, so that's honestly the truth. There's a lot of teenagers in the Mexican League. Like I'm talking about like 15, 16.
What does that have to do with Colon?
Well, nothing. I'm just saying. Like,
because he's almost 50, still playing, just because he wants to play.
And
Ichiro tried to make a comeback. Somebody else did too. Oh no, that was the NFL.
Bautista.
There was like a 60-year-old like defensive back who hasn't played in like 20 years. He tried to get back into the NFL. Deion Sanders, maybe?
I know Jose Bautista tried making a comeback as a pitcher.
Yeah, Brandon Phillips still playing as of last.
Bautista would be on one of my list for top 15 most hated players.
Not me. I love Bautista.
I like Bautista too. You guys have to.
I loved him.
So I went to a Yankee game in 2014, and like Bautista, he like faked throwing it into the crowd, then held it. I just remember that pissed me off. Like as like a 12-year-old kid, I was just like, screw you.
Do you remember?
And ever since then, I just didn't like him.
This probably is gonna make Vinny like his freaking like smoke's gonna come out of his ears. Okay, Joey Votto was playing against the either Cubs or like Cardinals. I forget exactly who. And there was a pop fly to the first baseman, obviously him, and he caught it. It was in the foul ball range. Okay, and he takes the ball. He looks over and he goes to throw it, and he stops, turns away. He goes back again, stops, turns away. And then he goes back for the third time, and the third time he launches it out of the freaking stadium.
Mhm.
I swear to God, he launched it out of the stadium over. It was like, it's a dick move. That's a dick move, okay? But it was
What if he hit a car?
such a funny
Yeah.
dick move.
Oh yeah.
Like, he takes the ball, he goes the first time, fakes him. Goes the second time, fakes him. And the third time, he launches it
Now,
completely.
to be fair, like, what happens if he like slips and he like hits a kid in like the second deck?
Oh, yeah, that would... that wouldn't end well. No, that wouldn't end well. But to be fair, when you do buy the tickets and you click that accept button, you know, you are
Beware of
some way to possibly being injured at the ballpark. That's why whenever like bats or balls go into the stands and hit someone, they can never get sued for it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're just signing away your waiver for your safety. But the MLB team does, you know, accommodate. They usually do pay the hospital bills, and they usually do give them like free stuff. So,
Yeah.
like that girl that died in Houston by what's his he was a Cub, and then he became a Met. He was a Met in 2020.
Albert Almora, she didn't die.
Then who was
Albert.
No, the only guy who died was like he tried to. This was like Texas in like 2012. He tried to like reach over for a foul ball, and like he like fell out of the second deck seat because he tried to reach down like this.
I thought that little girl died. I thought she died.
No, well, there was Brian McCann hit like a little girl too, but like she was
Todd Frazier hit a girl too.
That's what I meant, not Brian McCann. Todd Frazier.
Oh my God, Todd Frazier was crying. That dude.
Albert Almora hit a little girl with a foul ball, and he couldn't continue the at bat. He was in tears. His teammates were trying to comfort him. I think it was Baez came over from second base, just like trying to pick him up because he was crying so hard. And he had a post game interview. He was saying he wanted a relationship with the little girl for the rest of her life because he has 2 boys and he can't even imagine what it would be like. I think he did visit her afterwards and he met her. He's a stand-up guy, a real class act, a real stand-up guy. Yeah, definitely a great guy. Someone you should definitely take notes from, Albert Almora.
In Little League, I had a foul ball that hit luckily it didn't hit the baby, but it hit a stroller and knocked the stroller down, and the baby, like, he didn't fall out because he was buckled in, but like the stroller fell down. So
Oh boy, that's why.
that's what happened to me. Listen, I have no contact but all power. That's literally me. So when I hit the ball, you know it's gonna get hit hard. So I hit that ball hard enough to knock the fucking stroller over. Imagine I hit that baby in the skull. That's killing the baby.
Well, it was an Astros game. It was, but Almora was a Cub. He hit it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He hit a girl, and yeah, he was fucking like he was crying his eyes out, and then Todd Frazier also crying his eyes out. Yeah,
to watch. He was really, really shaking.
But like I said, what Albert Amore, he like visited her and shit like that. But I know the Astros paid for the hospital bills and everything like that, and they also gave her a signed ball from everybody on the team.
Yeah, he took care of her too, I believe.
They both did, but the Astros organization and him.
She has a permanent brain injury.
Well, yeah, he got hit. She got hit. How fucking hard?
I don't think Almora was ever the same after that. That's awful. That was in 2019, right? I think he kind of went downhill after that. His stats went downhill after that. He did win the World Series with the Cubs in 2016 and 17. He had a good year. 17, he had a good year in 18. Then he kind of went downhill. I think that really impacted him. But he says he refuses to blame it on the incident. But it's clear that he went straight down following that.
He said that?
Well, he went straight down. He refused to blame it on the incident. Yeah, he said.
It's Andrew's favorite manager of all time.
Who is that?
AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch. That's the manager. He wasn't like the main reason for the Astros cheating, but he was the 2017 manager. So, and 18 and 19. Yeah, this is the at bat.
And you've got more guys in the minor leagues. I mean, you've got some guys that everybody's high on down there.
Yeah, no question. And I think our guys have a tough time cracking our team. That's one of the things I said in spring training. Is this a tough team to crack?
Very upset.
AJ, as we look at your team right now, that one went sizzling off into the stands, and just hope everybody's okay. Almora, everybody's shaking. Yeah.
That was before they put the screens up?
So
Yeah.
is really
It was this incident that made them extend the netting.
And the one before with Frazier.
Well, yeah, but it was this actual
Yeah.
that made them do it.
Across the way, it's obviously the nets have been extended as far as anywhere in baseball, but this one hurts.
Yeah, it's frightening, and that's the bottom line. And I mean, Almora reacted immediately, and you can see him right there. Jason Hayward talking to him. Joe Madden is out there as well. As in the stands, they're getting some attention to that child, and oh man, it's just if you watch Almora, he saw it, and
so did Baez. Baez took off from second base, kind of running towards to try to help. You see Bregman, you see Yuli. This is not a comfortable scene for anyone. Let's hope that.
Yeah, that was not a good. And then
I remember watching this one live.
I was watching the Alberto Moore one live.
the Dodgers are good. Look out! Oh my goodness.
Is this the same year before?
I have no idea. We can figure that out though. This is 2 years before. Yeah, Moore one happened in 19.
Yeah.
Almora was devastated by that. He really was.
Wow, I thought Frazier was crying.
That was hard to watch.
I think McCann was crying.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was
I think
McCann.
starts crying. Yeah. This is when he starts crying. I knew Almora was crying, but I could have sworn like Frazier started crying right away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Guess not. You could tell he was very sad though. Like,
I don't think Almora has been the same since then. I think
Frazier's a good
think-
dude.
really emotionally affected by that. We got about a minute left.
Yeah. Frazier, Almora, good dudes. Good dudes.
All right, fellas.
Yo, you right here, man.
Sugar.
Sugar Bay.
Sound of the trumpets.
Do, 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 do. That's the sound of an elite closer walking in.
Love him.
Elite.
Mets are going to go far in the playoffs. He cannot fall apart. If he's on, he's on. You saw today. Under pressure, took out the side. He wasn't under much pressure in Seattle. He was
Listen,
on.
honestly, Andrew, okay? And Vinny, this happens almost every year. Like, the Mets will always, like, have, like, a really good start to the season, and they'll fall apart, okay? But like I was saying, all right, obviously the Mets go with good starts in the season almost every single year, okay? And then they tend to fall apart. Last year, example, how many games were they in first place for? And then, like, they just fell apart like 110?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Anyway.
Anyway,
10 days in first place. I don't know about that, but they were in first place for a while.
Very high up there. It was like close to 100. But anyway, this year, and everybody says it every single year. I never say this, but like I'm saying it this year. This year definitely feels different.
Yeah, it feels way different, man. They're just winning games that they normally wouldn't win.
They're hitting
things they normally wouldn't do.
They're hitting with runners in scoring position. They're
2 outs.
Their pitcher.
With 2 outs, they're hitting. They're getting those runs in when they couldn't get them in for the past 3-4 years. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it's not difficult to watch like it usually is. They're not a boring team. They're always doing something. Even the pitching has been incredible, just locked down for the most part. And if Walker and Carrasco are both good, then the Mets are really dangerous.
If
Really.
DeGrom comes back healthy in days,
Oh man, I forget about DeGrom even not even being a part of the team because they're so good without him. And then to have him as like a coming back, he's gonna make
honestly,
his
I'm probably gonna buy the ticket when DeGrom comes back for his first start of the season. Probably gonna buy him, no doubt
So you
about
can see him pitch 3 innings.
it. Pitched fucking 1 full inning, and he goes, my shoulder.
Yeah.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's changing his pitching mechanics so that he doesn't have to focus more on his elbow and shoulder and more of his waist in the
He's a tall, skinny, lanky guy throwing 100 miles per hour. No.
Chris Sale tops out at like 94.
I don't know.
So, random fact. Obviously not an NFL show, but a local boy just got drafted to the NFL today.
Who?
Jeremy Ruckert. He was a tight end from Lindenhurst. He played for Lindenhurst High School.
I've heard
and then he went to Ohio State, and now he's drafted by the Jets. So, local boy playing for the local team.
Yeah, I heard about Jeremy.
Gosh.
So, I don't know him, but I know people on the LIU team who played at Lindenhurst with him.
I remember when he was playing because what year was it? My 8th grade or 9th grade year, I forget exactly. He also played wide receiver and cornerback.
Yeah. He was a wide receiver turned tight end.
Yeah, the dude was fucking insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember him. The dude was fucking insane. And he's probably going to continue to be insane.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to him. I remember this one.
And the Jets of all teams, too.
Yeah. I remember this one time. I don't know if I should be sharing this story, but I'm going to anyway. In 9th grade, when I was on the football team, we were going to play a game in Brentwood, and it was just when 2 girls got decapitated by their local gang. So we were going in there, and they were actually going to cancel the game. They were thinking about canceling the game, but they actually just put extra.
What school were you, Mastic? Shirley?
William Floyd.
Okay.
Well, I'm in William Floyd. We were going to Brentwood.
Yeah.
So we went to Brentwood, and they were thinking about canceling it, but then they just ended up not canceling it, and they just had like a lot of like police presence there. So we get there, and we all started making jokes. We were like, guys, if we hear a play say kill Floyd, just run, let them get the touchdown. That's it. So that just fun little stories that I have. But
You guys grew up in the trenches, man. Well, he did at least. I don't know about Andy.
I did.
So, obviously, nowhere near similar, but like one year we were playing a Freeport team for baseball. It was a very weird team just because it was like it was like high school intramural. So the problem is like once you hit like everyone plays little league from whatever age, like 13. Then after that it's high school bowl and travel bowl, whatever. So like I wasn't good enough to like until like I made the team my senior year to really play at like a travel level. Like I wanted to still play. So like intramural teams are hard to find. Usually people quit when they suck. And usually by age 10, 11, 12, if they're not good, they quit or they move on to play somewhere else. So it was like I was on a Levittown team. So it was like my team. There was like a team from East Meadow, a team from like Mineola. And then there was 3 Freeport teams that all came from the same league. So one random town finding enough space for 3 full teams in one league, it was a little off. So we found that weird from the start. But they definitely did not fill the teams evenly. They put the best like 15 guys on one team, the middle 15 on the other, and the worst 15 on the other. Because they all signed up for this one league and they made 3 teams out of it. So half the league were these 3 teams from this one like organization, and then there was like the other 3 stragglers. But then the team that was really bad, we would destroy 15-0, and the team that was really bad would mercy rule us. But we found out that the pitcher for the best team, it was like the age group was like something like 15 to like it was I forgot what the age group was, but whatever it was, he was like 23, and we could tell something was off from the start because the guy had a full arm sleeve with tattoos, and like he was throwing like harder than anything we've ever seen in our lives. and he was throwing all curveballs too. So his curveball was about the speed of an average fastball that we were used to seeing. And then it was like, and then the whole, like, once they found out that this happened, like, we played them twice. The first game, they destroyed us. The second game, the guy got, like, hurt after, like, the second inning. And then it was like, they still beat us, but it was like, we were able to stay with it the whole time. And then it was like, right before, like, the championship playoff tournaments, that it was like, actually confirmed that this kid was like 23. So the league dropped out of everything. So all 3 teams just left the league right before the playoffs. Like, just a very weird story about how, like, this very shady league found 3 teams, one of which was full of, like, men.
Freaking arm sleeve, all fucking.
That's what happened, because he literally threw like 80 curveballs against us that first game, and no one could hit it. And then he tried the same thing the second time around. It was like halfway through the second inning, the guy's like arm died.
That's crazy. I hate things like that. That reminds me of bench warmers when they had that drunk guy come on the mound. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here now. Andrew and Vinny won't leave me. Andrew's looking, Vinny's looking very enthusiastic right now.
Exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. We go all night. We go all night, right, guys?
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, we gotta hit the bed. I gotta get up early
I
anyway.
mean, I didn't leave the radio station last night till 5:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
The fuck? Why?
I was not in a state of mind where I could just get up and go.
Okay. No need to explain. All right, guys. Well, it was always, a pleasure doing this episode with you guys. I love doing it. Andrew, Vinny, hope you guys have a wonderful night. Remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you want. As long as you're not hating us. I really don't care.
Well, you can hate us
Or
if
hate
you
us.
want, as long as you like and subscribe. You can hate us. It's okay. We embrace that, but we just want to. I love you guys. I love everybody.
Love your haters.
Except for Ronald Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, and all the guys I mentioned earlier.
I mean, I'll make a full list of, like, I'm gonna see if I have 4 guys on my list now.
Okay, good. Good. You
I
guys
have
do
just
that.
one straight. No, I have 2. I have 2 people that I actually don't like. So I'll make a list to see if I could. Listen,
I don't think I'm gonna get 15. I'll try and get 10 then.
my list, I don't think I'm going to be able to get 5. My list is going to be people that I actually don't like. Okay. So it's not like I'm iffy. It's I don't like them. That's it.
Okay.
Right now, I just have 4 guys who I don't like.
All right.
All for all different reasons.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, man. Let's spread some love next time too, and maybe I'll make a top 15 of guys I love that aren't Mets. So let's do that. I'll do that.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Let's go Yankees.
Nah.